You gotta pick a costume real quick before Alex gets on. That's the joke.
Cody.
We didn't get you in on it because we didn't know you were gonna be here for it.
Yeah, I tried.
He doesn't have a costume.
Yo, I mean, it could be a long shot. No, because I can't find my dress blue top. I was going to say I could throw on Duck It.
Oh, no. That shit was too funny.
Would that be a disgrace to the uniform?
It would be a huge disgrace to the fucking...
Your luck, someone would walk in on that shit.
My roommates would be laughing about it, but I feel like someone would
You have,
watch.
like,
Someone would see it. Yeah, we don't
have
want
like a
to.
higher up walk in. What are you doing, soldier?
Donald Nugget it, sir.
Welcome back, everyone, to episode 13 of Squad Pod. Anyone that's watching the YouTube version can see that some of us are wearing costumes for this episode. Cody is our returning guest, the first back-to-back guest, actually.
Yeah.
Just kind of because he's got nothing better to do right now. So.
Not at all.
But yeah, he obviously didn't get the memo because we had no clue he was going to be on. And Alex, if anyone remembered, there was an episode where we mentioned about wearing a costume, and Alex wasn't there at the time, and we knew he wouldn't listen to the podcast. So we decided to wear costumes every week for this month. So now he knows for next week and the week after.
I'm not doing it.
Oh yeah. Well, Alex, what's your costume this week?
This month, salty bitch.
This month.
Salty bitch. So you guys know, you watch Robot Chicken and it's that bitch pudding one. That's what I'm dressed up as.
This is bitch pudding. But the only really big announcement before we get rolling in here is Vernon and Wyatt had their first guest last night on Squad Pod Sports. So
Yeah,
you guys just want to tell us about that real
really
quick?
well last night. It was a good episode. We had John
great.
Shearer.
It was awesome.
are you gonna-
No, I'm just.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say something. Yeah,
No,
we
go
had John Shearer on. He's a fellow podcaster. He has a couple sports podcasts. It's Perch Talk Sports, and also I think it's what was the name of it, Vern? I forgot the name.
Journey
of
with
one.
the Jays.
Journey with the Jays. Had it there somewhere. But yeah, we had a really good podcast with him. Talked a lot of football. He has a radio show coming up here soon. That's really interesting. I'm excited for him there. But that should be coming out here possibly tomorrow, possibly Friday. We'll see about that. But there were some technical difficulties with the episode.
Of
But
course.
It'll be out Thursday. I'll get that shit out.
yeah, I mean,
By the time this airs, it'll already be out. More or less. So go
Yeah.
check that out. It'll be on our page, Squad Pod.
Awesome.
it's exciting though. It was a really good episode. And then next week we have Philly 500 on. Hopefully that goes a little smoother with the technical side.
What's funny
but I
is
mean,
like the problem you guys
it's
were
like-
mentioning. It was like just random. There's no reason for it to
Yeah.
happen.
Yeah, exactly.
No, and
It's
it's
just
never happened before. I was just like, what the?
Yeah,
Oh well.
But
That's why we record
I mean-
the Skype call.
exactly.
Yeah.
Gotta have a backup.
we still
Yeah.
got it.
Yeah,
Still
so
got it.
go ahead, watch that video after you're done watching this podcast.
If you haven't already.
Yeah, if you haven't
If you
already.
haven't already.
If you have, go watch it again.
All right.
But
Well,
yeah.
does anyone have
You guys
something
wanna
they
talk-
want to lead into to start off with? Anyone excited to talk about something?
I don't know. I thought you said you had something, Evan.
I'm not excited, but I want to talk about something real quick.
All right.
All right,
What?
go ahead.
I think Quibi is stupid and I don't get it.
Quibi?
Those little like 10-minute movies.
Yeah,
is
there's
it
like, but you have to
short
pay for them,
shows?
dude. Like they don't have this premium service of YouTube, but I can watch millions and millions and millions and millions of shows and everything. And then they were like, "Hey, you want to pay me $8 a month so you can watch little 10-minute fucking videos on your breaks?" Like, no, no,
that's
and
YouTube.
and you can't get it on TVs and shit. It's only on mobile so far. So not
Yeah.
only
So
like
what,
if you are into a show, you have to watch it on your phone.
So wait, is it? So I don't understand. I've never heard of this. So
Oh, it's
yeah,
it's
Quibi.
like a new streaming service like Netflix, whatever.
but it's not on the
But
TV.
it's-
Like you can't watch it on your TV.
No,
It's
I found out
only on
about
your
it because
phone.
they have like the new season like of Reno 911 on it. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
And I looked into it,
So there's actual
and I was like,
shows
"What the
on.
hell is this?" I was like, What you mean?
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, it's dumb because you got to pay for it, and they got some big names behind it to make some shit on it. But like, this is a dumb business model. How does that gonna make it?
Yeah, that sounds dumb.
That was so random.
All right, yeah.
Oh, she got to see my costume. Check it out.
That's a
Jack-
groovy costume,
Monkey
baby.
King himself is graced us with his presence tonight, as well as Shagadelic Austin Powers, and then a Brooklyn Net,
Salty bitch,
named
he
to
said.
be determined, and then Alex
Salty bitch
up here
Alex.
up the other corner.
Oh yeah, Cody's Alex.
Alex.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
'cause
salty bitch.
Tag.
He's not a Brooklyn Net. He's a salty bitch tonight.
Vintage name
this
tag.
mask on. If I move at all, I disappear. Like,
I'm just like
Yeah, if you move
70s
closer, you
cop,
like completely
70s
disappear.
detective on the streets, looking for some crimes to solve.
Just hide in the shadows.
Yeah, why your mustache
mustache-
is
It
moving?
keeps falling off, dude. It's so it's so not well made.
You were
It's so
moving your
cheap.
mouth back and forth, and that thing was
Super
like,
glue, man. Super glue.
Just super glue it so it's there
Yeah.
until Halloween. Just keep
Yeah.
it solid.
fake it till you make
I
it.
think it's funnier that it keeps.
You gotta commit to the costume.
I think it is pretty funny that it keeps falling off.
Yeah, and I keep putting it, and then it's like crooked. I think it's because I have like mustache underneath it. That's why it won't
That's
stick
not-
properly.
Right. It still looks great.
I do what I can, brother.
What did you want to talk about,
That's his
Evan?
costume.
So I wanted to ask you guys this like forever. I've had this thought in my head. So there's a lot of this is like a really off the wall question, and it's not really related to anything. But so is there anything in your life that you have never done, or not maybe never done, but wish you could do more, but probably never will? Like for me, is reading. I think I would really enjoy reading a lot, but like I'm probably never gonna read a lot. You know, like it's just something I
You
don't
don't
have
think
time
so?
for right now. But I mean, maybe someday.
you.
But it's something I
got
wish
one.
I did. You know.
Golf.
We've been golfing.
Facts.
Man, I read a lot more than I golf. You know what I mean? I'm not necessarily saying like books or anything, but like I feel you on reading. Like it would be nice to be like Wyatt or Alex. Like they read all the fucking time. Like I know
Yeah,
that's
I read a lot.
like they really enjoy that shit. I completely feel you on that. But golf, I golf once every 2 weeks at most.
That's
You know
not
what I'm
enough.
saying? Like, and that's just like currently we just started doing that shit. I'm trying to be golfing every weekend. Like
True.
Golf's expensive,
Costume.
Oh.
It's expensive.
Golf is expensive.
It's fun.
but it's
Fair
nice.
enough.
Driving range is cheap. I mean, $8 and you get like an hour or two of driving range in.
We need to go to that par 3 chipping shit that they have there, right beside it.
Oh yeah,
To try that shit, man. Go
definitely.
ahead. Anybody else got
But
any
yeah,
answers?
but I mean, like, you know, something that, you know, I'm probably never gonna, you know, get into, you know, but I feel like I had another one, but I totally forgot because I thought of this question like 3 or 4 weeks ago and I don't remember it now. But yeah, but I definitely wish I read more. Oh, and play single player video games. You know, like you gave me Kakarot. I haven't even attempted to clean my disc tray. I mean,
Man.
I just don't have the time to invest.
Probably different if you didn't have to do that. You probably would have already popped in.
I probably would have put it in, but I probably wouldn't have played it more than an hour.
And listen, I completely feel you on that because, like I said, I bought Avengers the other week, and I've played about an hour or two of it.
Dude,
Yeah.
I haven't installed and haven't touched it.
Alex,
I've
where are you
installed
at?
and everything.
2 hours of
Hey,
it.
where you at,
I
Alex?
thought you were gone.
My camera was down.
You're the Invisible Man, the podcast.
That's what you
there we
should
go.
have been.
That's your
Podcast.
costume. You're invisible.
What was the question? I did miss that. I was getting a drink.
What's something that you wish you did more of, but you'll probably never do a lot of? You know, like for me, it was reading. So like, I'm probably never gonna really read a lot as much as I wish I did. Yeah.
I used to read a lot more than I currently do. I don't know. Am I the last one? Because I don't have an answer. I had to think about it.
No, 'cause I really didn't have an answer.
No, Cody didn't. Wyatt didn't either. Actually, it was just me and Vernon so far that really answered.
It's kind of something like I kind of wish I would have like kept up with skateboarding. To be honest, I wish I would have like kept going at it. Because I was like just thinking the other day, like I've been contemplating on getting a skateboard, dude.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what's really weird? It's funny you say
Tony
that.
Hawk deck you're gonna have.
I wouldn't use that. That thing looks nice.
Yeah, I wouldn't use that.
But
I mean, like, just like not even to like get like super, but like I would just like to ride skateboard again, like start doing tricks.
There's
like,
a ton of kids out here that skateboard now. I don't know if it's like coming back, but there's where I work. There's a ton of people skateboarding. But out here, the other day I was coming home and there were like 4 kids. This one kid just like rolled his board off the sidewalk, and he definitely, in his eyes, he thought he was a badass. And I I appreciate.
You think it ever left?
I
don't think
there.
it ever left.
I don't know. I think it
Man,
did.
I think skateboarding's been popular amongst teenagers and young adults
I don't
since
know,
like
man.
the
Longboarding's
80s.
really popular.
Yeah,
now.
longboarding got really
Longboarding.
popular. I think
But
that
it's
took
still-
over.
It's just skateboarding, man. It's just a different form. Because skateboarding before it was the skateboarding you guys, we all did. It's not the same in the 80s. It was
Yeah, but like you come across a curb on
they
a
had, like, the tiny
longboard and you're not
boards,
going
and they would
anywhere.
ride them bare feet in
Yeah.
the empty
Dude.
swimming pools.
Tyler, my 8-year-old,
I was there.
Like, he skateboards.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying though. Like I agree with you, Wyatt. I wish I skateboarded a lot. Maybe my
Yeah.
knees wouldn't suck
Yeah,
if I kept
mean,
doing it.
That's why we don't
dangerous now that
skateboard.
I'm getting older.
Yeah, that's why I don't now.
too.
Yeah, that's what we don't now. Our knees
That's
are
why
just-
I'm like contemplating it. Like, dude, I don't really need a skateboard. I'm gonna bust my ass.
I'll let you
And then
borrow
I'm
mine.
gonna
I did
feel
a
it for the
kickflip
rest
the
of
other
the
day.
days.
It was clean.
You're gonna fall once, hit the life alert, and be done.
Yep.
Nah, what the fuck?
That's exactly what's gonna happen.
Dude, I tried to do on my niece's, my 4-year-old, 5-year-old, whatever she is, niece, 8. I think she's 8 also.
Oh my
She's awesome.
Ella?
Yeah, but it was years. It was like a year or two ago. So whatever she was at that point, I tried to ollie on her little scooter, dude, and fell right on my ass. And I think I still feel that a year later, dude. Just like right on my ass. So fuck all that. Mm-mm.
Yeah, I don't know if I told you guys, but Olivia, we were outside and this was like 2 or 3 months ago, but I took the skateboard out and I had her stand in the middle of the skateboard and I was holding what? Oh, did I talk about this last podcast? All right, Brittany's fact checking me over here.
Wow.
All right.
Oh,
There
yeah.
we
Back-
producer.
Well, whatever.
Life
But yeah,
there.
it's
Mom,
fun. I
finish.
wish she gets into it. I actually saw, we were just walking back from the playground today. There were kids at the shred shed.
Tell Brittany to
Nice.
play Among
Yeah.
Us with us.
What's that?
To play Among Us
I
with
told
us.
her to download Among Us. Bree downloaded it.
Yeah, the other night,
doing.
my girl was in the game with us, and you guys didn't even know that shit. I was just like,
Ah, we kept voting you out because you kept being
Oh
close.
man,
How
oh,
are we right
she was-
twice?
that was so
Yeah,
funny.
Times in a row.
I didn't deserve it either time. I didn't deserve that shit.
The one
either
was like
time.
immediately
But
as soon
we
as
were
the game
right.
started. He just
Well,
went
we
and hit the
were
button.
Sir, y'all just fucking accused me, and that's why I'm like,
Because you
fuck
weren't in the voice
guys.
chat. You were
But
sus.
we were
Listen,
right.
The
Were
one
we
was
wrong?
it was
Were we
completely like
wrong?
we were just sitting here laughing with each other and we're like, yo, as soon as we join this, we're gonna kick
Yeah.
Vernon off for not joining the voice chat.
Guys.
Right away, we were like, we're gonna call the emergency
Right.
It
meeting.
was justified because we were right. You were the imposter.
With y'all no more. Fuck you guys.
What was hilarious too is that I was the second imposter, so I had to play along that I didn't know that you were the imposter the whole
he
time,
goes-
so I knew what was coming.
It's supposed to be teammates.
Yeah, and then the Scooby Doo one that was great. That
That was
That
really
was
good.
Shaggy and
Lined up.
Scooby being
The
imposter.
Dude, I
Yeah.
showed that video to everybody with the Shaggy and Scooby part about how the guy in black was just pissed off at us for
Oh,
fucking acting
I
like the
can't
characters
believe
and
that
shit.
guy. Me and
And
that
then Scooby just shoots me in fucking broad daylight in front of everybody.
It's an
he
accident.
totally missed the button. He's like,
It's an accident.
he's like, ruh-roh.
You look pretty happy.
It was just funny because we're like,
You
I was yelling at him like we were a
got a big old
couple,
smile.
like divorced married couple or something like that. So I was gonna put him in the doghouse, and he's just like, "Fuck you."
I couldn't believe at the end it was me and 2 other people, and I was just arguing back and forth. That guy totally saw me walk away from the body I just killed, and I just like played dumb, and the other guy just voted for him.
Boom, win.
Murder.
Can we talk about Among Us like that?
That's great.
That
Love
it's so popular.
I love
Wait,
it.
I have an answer. It's an easy answer for your question though.
Oh, go for it.
Exercise. I'm the fattest I've ever been my whole entire life.
I think
Oh, I should-
Because
anyone
you
would say
drink all the
that.
time.
That actually kind of leads into like what I was gonna bring up eventually. Is like the past 5 days after work, I started doing yoga, bro.
Yoga.
Good for you, man. I need that.
Yoga, and that shit kicks my ass every time.
It's hard.
It is hard, dude.
It is hard, man.
I feel great afterwards. I feel like I sleep better. Like it feels better. It feels like I'm like I feel more tired than I would if I actually exercised.
Mm-hmm.
But like I don't know. I feel better than I do if I exercise. But like I don't know. I
Yoga's
enjoy
exercise though.
Nice.
I mean,
Yeah, it is.
You're
It is.
You're doing something
just
with your
not-
body, dude. It's exercise.
All I gotta say with that shit is like, if anybody ever tells you bodyweight exercises is just like going to the gym, don't let them lie to you. Don't let them. I spent like 5 months doing bodyweight exercises. I go to the gym and I'm like, oh yeah, I got this shit. Go to lift it, I'm like, nah,
Yeah.
that ain't happening.
Bodyweight exercise is more about just keeping what your body naturally looks like. Where
Yeah, it doesn't work
like
that way.
where like gym is
Yeah,
like
Yeah, it's not really
built.
to get you pumped up. It's just kind of tone your body.
I don't know if you
I
guys
got
knew
too thin
this.
too fast.
I went to the
So-
gym like religiously for like a year and a half when I worked in Carlisle. It was
Yeah.
the best feeling. When I first started, I could barely do like when we were in high school, I couldn't do a pull up or whichever your overhand. Like the underhand I could do, but the overhand I could barely do one.
Yeah, that's cool.
When I was at my best, I could do like 10 without any assistance. Like that was the best feeling ever. Like that,
That's
Yeah.
a lot.
I could never do one. And now it's like, I could, I wish I did that. But then when
Yeah,
I started
like-
working over in Perry County, I'm not
Yeah.
paying $40 to go to a gym
Yeah.
in Newport.
That's why I'm hoping in like 2 weeks or something when I'm doing it, it's going to be a lot easier because like
Mhm.
it's just so much. It's so much, and it's just like they're doing like these exercises for so long, like planking and doing different variations of planking and shit.
Like
And it's like it does, and like after you were already doing different like stuff before that, you're already sore by that point, so it's even worse. And they're holding it for like long periods of time, so it's like. I got to work my way up to it. I didn't pick no beginner videos either. I just went straight in.
Dang.
I was like, full body yoga. Let's do it.
yoga, do it.
Yeah, I can't even
Yep.
touch my toes.
And
No,
then-
I can't. Not
yeah, I
even
can
close.
touch my ankles. I can grab my
What?
ankles.
What?
What? Wait.
Are you a piece
Y'all
of
cannot
spaghetti?
touch your toes.
Yeah, not even.
No.
close.
I can't touch my
I work
toes.
out
I-
today and I can't.
I can barely touch my
None of
shins,
you?
let alone my
Not
toes.
First off, it's
even.
all about stretching. Do you guys
Dude,
even
I
stretch?
can barely
That's the
get
real
to my
thing.
knees.
That's why I started doing
Yeah.
yoga, man. I'm out
Yeah,
of
see,
shape.
Wyatt's got the right idea here. Everyone else is like, I'm gonna lift weights, I can touch my toes. No.
No.
It's kind
Stretch.
I don't
Stretch.
actually believe that you guys cannot touch your toes. 'Cause
No,
that is
Can't
blowing
touch
my mind.
Are you kidding
I
me?
Listen. I could touch my toes if I'm sitting on my butt and I reach and touch my toes.
Oh,
But
dude,
if
I
I'm
ain't even
standing,
close.
if I'm standing up, I cannot touch my toes.
I can't do it
Can't do
standing.
it.
I can't do it sitting. I
Can't do
can't. I can barely
do it.
bend my back enough to like make a 90-degree angle, let alone touch my
Yeah,
toes.
exactly, man.
I don't
The dad
understand.
body going on.
Man,
You're eating dad
I'm
body.
old and I got Lyme's disease, man. My joints ain't meant
I'm
for
not
that anymore.
flexible. I've never
I
been.
will be able to touch my toes in like the next couple weeks.
Yeah.
I bet you.
Get
Do
that
it.
yoga
You could
mat.
train yourself.
Hey,
Dude. I'm
Wyatt.
sure I could if I really wanted to.
Sure.
It'd take me
I have no
work.
I have no practical use for it.
Yeah,
It's
really.
nice though, yo. I do like those 20-minute vids, and then there's like another vid I watch where it's like a cool down, where it's like relaxing, and you just like kind of meditate while you're doing it, bro. It's so nice.
I actually,
What's stopping you from touching your toes? Like, what's stopping you from like bending? Like, is
My
your-
muscles,
my neck,
bro.
my back.
My muscles won't let me, man. Like they just stop.
It's just
Dude,
like
dude.
sore. They start tensing up and they get sore. It's like how you like.
I'm
It
gonna
just
try it right
doesn't
now. I'm
work.
gonna tell you how
I feel
far
like
I can
Brandon
get.
does like 100 toe touches a night.
Not all of us.
Yeah. But I'm just like,
burn.
I didn't think it was like.
no, dude. All right. Well, we can't.
If
see
Wyatt
Alex,
keeps
but-
it up, Wyatt's gonna have to switch me for the Navy because he's gonna be more fit for it than I am.
dude.
I'm not doing weight training though. I'm just gonna be. I'm doing yoga.
No, the guys will love you. It'll
Oh,
be perfect.
Fuck that.
The guys.
I can't do it.
Not down with that.
Well, Alex has kind of a pass because he's tall as fuck.
I'm
So here's
barely
a-
past my knees. Like
He has a
barely.
long way to go to get down.
Yeah, but his
that's
arms
true.
are
Alex
long.
is super tall.
Everything's
Actually,
long in
Vernon's arms are longer than
proportion.
me.
It's-
Vernon's arms are longer than mine.
I feel like Alex would break in half.
Arms.
Like
The only reason I could probably do it is because I have the long ass arms.
I've never measured my
I
arms.
just tried it with Marissa, and she said, "What's stopping you?" this would stop me. I feel like my knees are gonna blow out the other end of my legs. Like
Why
that's
do we
what
have them locked?
See, for me,
that's what I start feeling.
You're not supposed to have them locked, but you're not supposed to loosen them either. You're supposed to just have
listen,
them kind of
for
like.
me, it's my lower back. My lower back
They're
doesn't
go-
bend down enough for me to
They're
get.
gonna give one way or another, though. They're either gonna give forward, which I want them to do, and then I'm just bending my knees, or they're gonna give backwards.
Yeah, that's cheating. If you bend your knees, you're cheating.
He's
That's
either
not-
gonna get bent or stork it. Like, it'll be like a stork where they're bent out.
I just can't do it, man.
Hey,
Get
man,
ostrich running.
I can't.
I-
Yeah, I can't do it.
this is a little crazy.
Oh shit! Where's his hair going?
Oh no, his hairpiece is gone.
You know what? It still works.
That shit's itchy as fuck, dude.
Yeah, you're telling me this is ridiculous. This is a tablecloth.
A doily.
It is. It's exactly what I am. I'm going to take
He's
it.
like, it's exactly
Are you
that.
filming at your grandmother's house or are you? At
No,
home?
we have it sitting on a freaking
Oh god, I like.
table bed.
Someone playing guitar?
Let's go.
my roommate.
Underneath.
Oh,
It sounds
But-
pretty dope. Tell them we're all holding lighters up.
I'm gonna get my like
Hey, Castro.
Coleco thing out.
The guys are
Start
holding
playing
lighters
with
up
a
for
little
you.
tune.
Yeah, they're holding some lighters up for you. I don't know. They just said they got lighters blown up for you.
He said, "Fuck you, I'll come to your house." Oh, why? Oh, look, and the guitar came.
Yeah,
in
his
the
guitar's
background.
coming through in the
It just,
background.
Like, faded in the background. This is a music video.
Oh man.
Jamming.
But anyway,
He
what,
didn't even
what were
know.
we even talking about?
Oh yeah, we started moving and I distracted us.
Yeah.
We're talking about things you wish you did.
Yeah,
Oh,
but then
yeah,
we
you
started
Just
to
kinda
move
creeped me out
on.
up there.
Yeah. So yeah, like why do you guys think Among Us is so popular?
Ooh,
Right.
yeah.
I mean, I think
Man,
I know
that's
why.
the
It's an easy to
commodity.
play game. It takes no. It's like a 50 megabyte
There's no
game.
skill.
The concept of it is super fun. That they've like. I don't know, like the simple mechanic of it just works,
Yeah.
They didn't overcomplicate it.
Mhm.
And we've played other games like that where it's like we played Friday the 13th, we've done other shit like that where it's a very like asymmetrical kind of multiplayer.
Mhm.
But this one it purely goes on the trust factor of what you have to people.
It's like Survivor.
Mhm.
Yeah, and that's what makes
or
it
like
fun.
the thing.
Do you know what I
Things
was
were
thinking about it? And this might even lead into another question. But so for a while, I mean, when we first started, like when YouTube started getting big, it was all about like first-person shooter games. Like those were what were super popular, and then it moved into battle royale games. I mean, I would consider Among Us like a form of battle royale in a way. I mean, you're putting 10 people in a game and one winner comes out. I mean, one or the group.
Yeah.
What do you think is next after the
Well,
battle royale phase? Like, what,
I would disagree and say it's not battle royale.
yeah, I mean,
would say
I know it's
divided
not a battle
series.
royale, but it has like the same concept. Like one, there's gonna be someone on top.
I get
for the
you.
most
Yeah.
part. If you're the imposter, anyway, your goal
Yeah.
is to be the last man standing. But like, what do you guys think would be
What
after?
comes next?
Yeah,
Man,
what
I
comes
think in
after
this
battle
world,
royales? Because I
I
mean,
have no idea, man.
I don't know, man.
They're gonna come out with a game about a line, and you're gonna have to make this line into another line, and it's gonna be the most popular game on Twitch for 6 months.
Yeah,
Can we
maybe
bring
it'll
back
be something
Line
like
Rider
very
on Twitch?
arcadey.
Can that be a thing?
Oh, can we?
Line
I bet
Rider
you
on
Line Rider's-
Twitch? I'd watch that.
Watch that. I don't actually watch Twitch, to tell you the truth.
I don't either.
Like ever.
I don't much anymore either, man.
Like I see it on Facebook and stuff. I watch like clips,
Mhm.
but never full.
Like a
video.
full one.
Yeah, I never
Yeah.
just like fall on Twitch and watch
Broadcast.
it.
I haven't been streaming like at all lately, which sucks. Should probably.
I haven't seen any
I haven't had time.
videos up lately for
Yeah.
some BME.
I'm not. We're not really.
we could
playing-
have some. Oh, we might have some here coming. I saved.
That's what I'm saying. I haven't had much fucking content.
Don't worry,
man.
Vernon.
I'm like, what do I don't have time to play video games, so I don't have time to make content for the gaming channel. And I'm like,
Yeah.
God damn it. You know what I mean? And then, like, none of you guys are really playing much either. So I don't
I
know.
saved
it is
the
what it
clip.
is. It's
If you want to
I'm
mess
not
with the
playing anything good
audio,
worth filming.
because my audio is like way higher than everyone else's. If you want to mess with that, I got the clip of us voting you off. I saved it. So
send it to me. I'll upload it.
It is funny.
that was so funny. Like, because we
It
were
is very
like
funny.
in the chat, we were like, let's just vote Vernon. Like, we're just gonna vote him off right away.
I'm gonna just be like, fuck you guys. But
I
I'll
can't put this over
Best
my
part is whenever
headphones.
Evan calls out Velma real fucking loud on the mic, and Alex is like, "This is why we don't do voice chat in this game."
I yell at her. I was like,
Oh,
I said don't call anybody out.
Fucking voice chat. Now he says, this is why we don't do voice chat. You fucking vote me off for not being in voice chat. Whatever.
I mean,
Oh,
we
yeah,
did
man.
good. There was only like a few times where if someone died. I mean,
not that
I feel like
big
when a
deal.
lot of us died, we all kind of made like some audible noise.
Yeah,
For the
but
most
we weren't
part.
like giving it away.
No.
Yeah.
No,
Hey,
that
listen,
one-
I acted like I was doing tasks the entire time I was on the mic when I was really killing people.
No, Alex, that first game he was the imposter was like, he was
Yeah,
on
he
the
went
next
hardcore.
level with
Yeah.
duping people.
Yeah,
that
I was getting
that
there.
was good.
I'm getting better at it.
Yo, I love playing it, man. I'm always down to play. I send you guys codes all the time, like in the middle of the day.
I was
We're like all at
I'm
work.
playing a game.
Yeah, I
You
can
know
at work, but I can, but then like if somebody comes in, I gotta put that bitch
You don't
down.
wanna get
and,
in
like,
the
if I
middle of
die, I
something.
die. you know?
Exactly. I
Like, when
can
I
play
die.
at work too. So if
My
you guys send
mornings are
codes, let me
completely
know.
free.
The one game we had before I got off was like where I won. I just let the other dude pretty much kill most of the people, and then I killed like the last two. He got
Yeah.
caught like after a while. I'm just kind of like blending in, doing my thing, you know. Then he gets out, and I got to finish the job, you know.
Did you
I was
guys see
like,
the hide and go seek rule that I sent?
Yeah,
oh, I
Alex
sent
sent
it
it too.
before. Because Cody never
Oh,
reads
okay.
anybody else's messages.
We had some duplicates these last 2 weeks.
We have.
Yeah.
There's so much shit that we post all the time.
All the time. I'll like
Or-
not look at my phone and then my watch will go off like 16 times in less than 30 seconds.
And then it's,
Then
like,
it's dead.
dead.
And then I looked at my phone, it's like 162 messages missed. I'm like, what
There's
the hell?
there's
Stay on
some
top of
days
it.
where I just hit like a meme jackpot, and I gotta
Yep.
share it, bro.
Like
I just gotta
today?
share them. Yeah, bro.
Today
that's
was
what I'm saying.
a dump
I mean,
load of
today was a meme-worthy
memes.
day.
It was a
But we're not
spicy
Because of the
day.
debate or
Yeah.
because of last night. you know?
yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
It was a
Yeah,
meme-worthy
many
day.
memes.
Definitely
But
played.
there's some other ones where I find some good memes, and I actually like at night when I'm laying in bed, I'll be scrolling through iFunny and I save them because I'm like I don't want to send them all right now. I'm gonna kind of spread these out for the.
Dude, you still do iFunny? I do iFunny. I love iFunny.
Yeah,
I
I'm
never really
always
got
on
into that.
iFunny, bro.
I sometimes use it. I
I've
mostly
only
use Reddit now.
I don't know. Reddit's formula doesn't work as well for me. Like I like Reddit. I read it too, but like
Mhm.
I don't know, man. iFunny's just like the quick swipe. It's
I still got
nice.
It's the
iFunny, bro. That
TikTok
shit's
of
so
memes.
funny.
We should follow each other on iFunny. You're
Kind
my
of.
only follower.
Do you have an
I
account
don't,
on
I
iFunny?
don't even know if I have an account. I just use whatever.
I just
like,
use the free
open
shit.
it
I'm
up
just like,
and
y'all
use it.
on there. Like,
No, I have an account, man. I follow a bunch of like half naked girls that post on iFunny. I'm like, yeah, yeah.
No, I don't even have an account on iFunny, dude.
yeah.
I use the free version.
Yeah.
No, it's free.
That shit's so funny.
I don't care. But I'm saying I didn't
Alex is
Look at me
paying
right
for like
there.
half
Yeah.
yours.
Yeah. get in and just swipe.
Come on, man. That's why you follow hot girls on Instagram too. Like it's just like it's like gaming, political, bad news, food. All right. Gaming, political, food. All right.
I'm not even on Instagram.
Actually, Alex, both of them are
on
a
Twitter
snack.
most of the
Come on.
time.
I'm actually on Instagram more than I'm on Facebook.
I'll be using that Squad Pod Sports Twitter.
Yeah, you on the
Follow
Twitter.
that. Hit that follow button on
Hit
Twitter.
that follow button. Please.
That's what I'm on most of the time, other than
Dude.
Why
Hope
got
out of
sucked
sight.
into
games on
Twitter?
Facebook.
You got into it.
Dude, the Heat looking outmatched.
I saw.
Vernon, you had a question you wanted to ask us.
Yeah.
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 What
I
you
wanted
got?
to know. This is like
Huh?
a weird, off the wall, like question. You know what I mean? Like, for no specific reason. Kind of just like yours. Like,
Yeah.
but what are like the favorite, like special edition consoles you've ever owned? You know what I mean? Like, regardless of whatever it is.
I have one because it's only really the other than which I'm probably gonna steal. Well, I didn't have it. I'll let you guys do that one. But and Alex, I know you have it too. The Destiny PlayStation.
Not anymore.
What?
But yeah.
Oh yeah,
I
that's
did.
right. Yours broke.
Broke
Oh, I
ago.
forgot about that.
All the time.
But yeah, I didn't realize though that the regular PlayStation 5s were black and this one's like ice white. So there's really nothing else about it but I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it looks sleek, but
Looks
That was
pretty
pretty
slick.
cool. Yeah.
I don't really have any other special consoles that I've had.
I when I was younger, I had the Master Chief Xbox 360.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
really?
That shit was nice. I love that shit.
I remember
That was
control
like the
board.
green one with like the gold like disc tray or whatever.
Mhm. And I
was
also had the Mario Kart DS. It was like
Oh
red
yeah, I
with the
remember
little-
that.
Dude, I
little
have
one.
that Mario Kart DS right now, like currently in my drawer, sitting over here.
Is
The
it
red one?
mine?
Yeah, it's 100% yours because it broke and the rubber band, and you got a new one. He said you could use this. You had to wrap a rubber band around it, so
Bro,
it was.
Yeah,
show it to the
remember that.
podcast because I want to see it. It's been years.
Hold on, I had also an Xbox, a special Xbox. It had these 3 little red rings, and it stopped working.
Yeah, I think
Well,
mine had that too. Wait a
I had that
second.
one too.
That's crazy.
Wait,
That's why I got rid of it.
Wait, Cody, did you have the red ring?
I did until I learned how to fix it with thermopaste like a regular person.
I have never gotten the red ring. Never.
No.
How'd you never? I had it like 4
Oh, no.
times.
Yeah,
and
I was
finally
gonna
was
say-
I
like,
know it plagued people.
dude, heat resistant thermopaste fixed that bad boy right up.
That sounds
There's
complicated.
people who brought consoles home, like refurbished ones, and they had the red ring.
Hmm.
Like, you know what?
I'd be
like,
pissed.
I'd be so bad.
Yeah, I mean, just Alex having to send his.
Bring it back. No, I got that shit on like Christmas.
You're
morning,
muted, Alex, I think.
morning. Oh, you're muted. Yeah.
Yeah, still original red rubber band that it came with when you gave it to me.
Yeah. I remember. I don't know about you guys or not, but like my family, when we were younger, we had like a tradition where the night before Christmas they let me open one gift.
Hmm.
They were
Yeah.
like,
We had
We all
that.
did too.
And they let you
So
open
what-
the GS?
oh, they didn't. I
I was
fucking
like,
lucked out, bro. It's like the only year I got as lucky as I got.
If
Like,
I was the parent, I would have been like, no, not that one.
like,
Yeah, you're
there-
right.
exactly.
I got it. I picked the box and I opened it. I remember, like I said, it was the night before, and they're like, "All right, go to bed," and I played that shit all night.
Hell yeah!
Oh,
why wouldn't
yeah.
You?
I
What'd
sat
they
in my room
expect?
all night playing Mario Kart because I think that was the only game I had for it. They got me Mario Kart because it
Yeah.
worked with it, you know. But oh my god, that DS has so many memories, man. I'm so glad you still have that shit, especially since we're just talking about this.
Listen, you can have it back if it's nostalgia to you. I just kept it. I have an old Game Boy Pocket in there, my old SP in there, my old Game Boy Color in there.
At all, I would definitely take it back, man. But
Man, you can have it for your pure nostalgia. You gave it to me when we lived together because you had you had like a silver one.
yeah, I'll keep it chilling on my fucking thing, just like that's all.
It's,
Like, man, I would definitely
been
love
sitting in my drawers for years now.
But
I got
that's
no cords or
preserving
anything
it for
That's
you.
on you.
I could fucking, if I really want to, I can order a cord off Amazon or something.
Wait,
I don't really
just,
know if I
just a
had any
charger?
special edition consoles.
Yeah.
Really.
I have a
What else?
charger, Vernon.
I
had a-
actually had those Game Boys that were like the see-through color, like the fucking
Yeah.
purple see-through
I
Game Boy
had the
color.
purple. Yeah, that's what I had.
Right.
And then the same thing with the
Um,
Game Boy Advance, that light teal blue
Yeah.
one that was
Yeah.
see-through.
Okay.
I had the
Yeah,
N64.
We
I
had that
N64.
one.
Maybe rephrase it like this. Maybe not the ones you've owned, but if you ever seen. What's
Oh.
some of the
Yeah.
your favorite? I mean, not like
I
that
don't
wasn't.
know if it was special edition, but I had like a silver GameCube.
Me too.
No,
I think mine was
Yeah, I
silver.
I don't know if like I've
Yeah.
never really seen like other silver ones, to be honest. I've only seen like the
No,
purple
yeah,
ones.
the purple ones though. Usually the
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, that was the
Yeah,
default.
so I
one.
mean, I thought I had like a special GameCube. I guess not. You guys had
Yeah,
silver
because
ones.
I remember. Yeah, I
I-
remember the first time I saw another one. It was purple. and
I
was like,
actually
oh,
never
mine's
owned a
silver.
GameCube.
Really?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh.
I
mean,
mean,
it
it
wasn't-
wasn't.
It's not really
And
special, but I
that's
had
it.
like my PSP jailbroken too. I put PS1 games on that shit. That was really cool.
Mhm.
I had the God of War edition of the PlayStation 3. It was red. Came with a red.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
cool.
That is
It was
cool.
cool.
Yeah, I've never really like been one to buy like special edition like consoles though.
Bro, I feel like I had some type of special edition.
If they would have done a
PSP.
Kingdom Hearts one, I would have done it. But they never did a Kingdom Hearts 3
Yeah.
PS4, and I was like, nah, I don't want it.
If they did
I
like a
love
black,
that shit.
if they did a black PS5, I'd buy that shit. Oh,
I'm like thinking about holding off on the PS5. Like, what kind of holiday bundles are gonna?
Yeah.
That's what I'm
I'm gonna be
saying.
honest with
You
you.
know
I'm
what I
waiting
mean?
until
Like-
Christmas probably.
Like, think about like Wyatt said, what kind of different colors are going to be coming out
Mhm.
with different game? Like, what if they have a Miles Morales PS5 or something like
Boom,
that?
boom, boom.
Or Horizon Zero Dawn.
I don't
Yeah, or
like that they
something like
changed
that.
Yeah.
Spider-Man's face in that game. I mean, I
He
don't know
looks
why.
a lot like Tom Holland.
It's not even that. Like, I don't care how he looked one way or the other. I just feel like it was such like an unnecessary change. Like,
Yeah,
why? Like, Who
Why
was
do it
trolling on
remaster?
the internet? Yeah, like who's trolling on the internet that was like, this needs change? Like the dude looked fine. He looked like
The
fucking
dev
Spider-Man.
read that like one
Oh,
comment
yeah.
with like 4 upvotes. I gotta
I
do
We
know.
gotta
this.
change this shit.
Go ahead.
I mean, like the face looks different, but like the game, like the graphics, it barely looks like it's not a Last of Us to Last of Us remastered type of jump.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not
I
a
mean-
Grand Theft Auto 5 360, Grand Theft Auto 5 Xbox One type of jump. Like, so I'm just
Also,
like,
I don't
why?
really know how well you're really going to be able to notice a difference on a phone either. I mean, it's supposed to be for like next gen consoles
Sure.
and shit.
Fair enough.
very good point. Very good point.
My
Maybe.
phones and
That's the only thing, because I agree with you. It did look much the
It's
same.
like 4K and shit on my phone.
yeah,
you know,
don't you guys have notes? Cody has
I
a
don't have a
note.
note.
Yeah.
I just have an S9.
I mean, it looks better, but like
That's
a lot of this stuff isn't necessary. I don't even think it was necessary to remaster it, to be honest.
what I
Yeah, you
mean.
could've
Like,
just
what was
ported
the
it. Like-
point of it? You could have, like,
Yeah.
porting it would have looked just as fine. It would have looked
Yeah.
great.
Upscale.
It was a
little
great
bit.
game, and I think it could have just lived and died on the PS4 for to being the great game it was.
Oh, we're
Right,
done
yeah.
with that. Games aren't going to live and die anymore, man.
No, I
They're
know.
gonna
It's going to be
Remastered,
remade in
re-released,
20 years.
Yeah,
That brings
It
us to a really good
deserves
question.
it though.
What game, now that we're talking about like remastering games here, we've got Tony Hawk Pro Skater, we've gotten a lot of other ones throughout the years, Spyro, Crash Bandicoot. What game do you guys feel should get a good remaster?
We've had
Talked
this
about this a
conversation.
little bit before, but they just kind of one that was kind of leaked here recently was
Metal Gear
Metal
Solid?
Gear Solid. And
Yeah.
that's the one we kind of
Yeah.
talked
And we
about
were just
before.
talking about that
We
before,
talked
like
about
after that.
before. That's
episode.
the game we want remastered. At least me and Alex. But
Mhm.
that's one like I can't wait. If it's real,
I could play it
that's
then,
like a must
I would
buy.
definitely play a
Gotcha.
remaster.
if I have the time.
I don't like Metal Gear Solid, so I can't really answer this one that much.
You know,
didn't
Cody,
need
get off
that.
the podcast.
Get out, you're out of here.
Okay,
All right, Cody's
later,
gone.
guys. It's
Hold
great
on, let me
meeting
kick him
y'all,
out.
You know, having a great night.
Either that
Um,
or like Dino Crisis for me because I love that game as well.
I
No,
would
Dino
say-
Crisis 3 was the best.
You know, me and
In
Alex
space
used to
with
play,
Space
dinos.
dinosaurs.
What
Yeah.
could not get any better?
me and Alex used to play a shitload of Baldur's Gate, Dark Alliance.
Baldur's-
No, the new one's coming out.
Yeah, I
Right.
saw they were making a third one.
I'll scoop the new one. I'm not
Alex.
the ball
I'm scooping the new one. I'm not gonna not scoop
The
that.
shit out of that game with you, you know. And
Yeah.
if,
Play
The
the next
rats
one
and the
with you
suns.
guys.
It's gonna be on
Sewer
PC
system?
though.
I never played it, but I remember
it's
you playing
console.
it, Vernon. I don't know
like
why.
Dungeon Crawler.
Was there a level with like you were jumping over a log?
most likely.
Yeah. I have a very weird
It's a
memory
weird
of you
memory.
playing Baldur's Gate, and I remember a level with
Bro, Evan,
jumping
this
I
over
don't
a
think you
log.
jumped in it.
I know we're going on a weird ass tangent here, but like you just reminded me of something else. I have a very weird specific memory of you playing a video game too of that Japanese version of that PS1 Dragon Ball Z game.
Uh,
But I fucking vividly remember that shit. I remember just being like,
wait, what was this? What was it? Was it Oh, I know exactly what game you're talking about now. Okay, it's the GT one.
Japanese version of it. Like,
Yeah.
it was some wild off the wall shit. But I remember
It
just being
was
like,
it was Final Bout, and it.
but it was crazy.
I remember it. I don't even remember. I think someone gave me. It wasn't the official disc. It was like a burned copy of it too. Like because you could do that back then. Like it was like a bootleg PS1 game.
Bootlegger.
I forget who
Oh
even
my
gave
God.
it to me.
That just leads it. What's one game from your childhood do you think you played that nobody else in this podcast will know? Like have no idea what the hell that game
Oh
is.
man, I probably have
Scalar.
one.
Scalar?
I think that's what it's called. Hold
Did he
on.
grind on like rails and shit? He was a little blue dragon on Xbox.
Yeah.
I know that game.
Fuck you,
Outlaw.
Al. You know what it is.
George Lucas game. I'm not bad.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm bad at this. You guys do it.
Oh,
Okay.
I got a good one. I know none of you are playing this. You know, I know, but I'm cheating. It's a phone game
Okay. Oh well.
Okay.
on the old Nokia that I used to throw at the stop sign.
Yeah.
That
We've all played Snake Man. If this is where this is
no,
going.
it was like NASCAR, NASCAR 06 or NASCAR 05 or something like that.
Listen,
That shit.
I have played it only because you've let me play it on that exact phone, not like on the phone you're talking about. You've let me play it on.
All right. I think I got one that Alex hopefully hasn't played because this is a really weird one.
Well, to be fair, I've never played Outlaw. I know what it is, but I've never played it.
Yeah.
I have played Scale.
We've heard of it. All right.
I've heard of it.
Me
yeah.
and Bree used to play, and my mom actually used to play it, which was really weird. On the Game Boy, there was a Tom and Jerry game that we would play, and it was hard. I don't know
Bro,
why we
I had
played
a
it
Tom
so
and
much.
Jerry game on PS1. and it was
PS1,
super hard.
okay.
Oh, Tom and Jerry's got that.
It
hard,
was
hard
so
game.
weird.
Bro,
Another
it
one
is
was
hard.
Powerpuff Girls. There was a Powerpuff Girls game that Bree had. For the,
Oh, I played that one for
yeah,
Game Boy.
that one was kind of
Yeah.
hard
Yeah.
too.
That one was hard.
Yeah.
I used
Yeah.
to play a PS1 game called Pandemonium, and it was awesome. And I played it with my sister all the time.
I played a lot of Driver, which was really weird.
Driver.
That
I
was
remember that
hard.
game.
Driver
That was
sucked.
a good game.
The
Yeah.
first
Have
one
you
was
ever-
awful.
What
Manhunt?
was it called, bro?
Manhunt. I have played Manhunt.
I gotta find the
I used to play
title of
Manhunt.
it.
Brave Fencer Musashi.
what
You
the
and Cody, you know I played that shit.
Bro, have you ever
PS1
played
game.
Deer Avenger?
Look at Vernon's
I
face.
think I
Oh,
played
weird.
that.
What the
Isn't
fuck
it
is this?
Bucket
Deer
It's
Hunter?
called Deer Avenger.
Is that where you
yeah,
play as the
it's-
deer and
it's
hunt
literally
humans?
Hunt
made-
you?
It's literally made by the people that make Deer Hunter.
But you're the
And
deer.
You're
it's
the deer.
reversed.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
play as the
I've
deer
definitely-
and you're hunting hunters. and
I
it's
think
awesome.
Nash had that.
I think Nash had.
I
that too.
think I
And,
played it at
after you kill
Nash's.
them, you like put their heads up on the mantle on the wall, and it's just like these rednecks
Yeah.
and like a bunch of different hunters and stuff.
I remember. I don't think I played it much, but I think I played at least a game or two, and I'm pretty sure it was
Yeah.
at Nash's.
Oh, dude, you know what games I'm gonna play? This is remind me of old PC game. I'm gonna go back there and play all the Pajama Sams, dude. All of them. I'm gonna get all the Pajama Sams and I'm gonna play them. I used to play the shit out of Pajama
I used to
Sam.
play like what was it called, like the original Rainbow Six Rogue Warrior back
Oh.
on PC. And there was a game called SWAT, and I remember my brothers would play it, and it's like it was like 3 discs, and it was one of those games where it was live action shit going on in it.
Oh,
You had
okay.
to select options, and it was just like weird because you were like you're played as a SWAT team infiltrating like these houses. So like there's some crime going on. But I just remember being so like at the time it was like, oh, this is awesome. They got live action, like live people in the game.
This is the coolest shit.
And that lasted for like a whole year. That fad
Yeah.
was like. a
Yeah.
thing. You know, it was
Yeah,
a really
you
good game
Can't
that
do
like
anything with FMV.
I feel like everyone has played it, but like the only reason I ever played it, it came out of like a cereal box, was the Backyard Games. Like
Oh, yeah, like
Backyard,
Backyard.
but, like they
Yeah.
all came in cereal boxes. Like,
Dude, I
but
looked
everyone
for
played
Backyard
them.
baseball like 6 months ago because Marissa wanted to play and I could not find it other than like torrent
Yo,
sites and shit. And I was like, I am not.
Pablo-
Pablo Sanchez.
Pablo, man.
Sanchez.
Pablo
And
Sanchez.
Hitting dingers all day, boys.
Yeah,
Yeah,
when you're
dude,
when
no
you're
matter what
scrolling through,
sport.
looking at the stats, you're like, why wouldn't I pick him? Like,
Why wouldn't you be
He's-
on my
he's
soccer
OP.
team?
He literally could do everything.
Pablo Sanchez.
Pablo
RIP.
Sanchez. There was another kid. He had like a big forehead. He kind of looked like Peyton Manning almost. Like he
I didn't know
kinda had,
Pablo
like,
Sanchez was dead, man.
I remember the twins.
yeah, there was a twins.
No, make me
The
cry.
twins and the one twin was like a bitch to the other twin all the time. She's like, I'm better at sports. I'm better at talking. And like I don't know. I remember that.
I just remember the dialogue. I don't remember that yet. Like that much.
No, they're dialogue.
Pablo Sanchez was silent. He was like red. He just didn't talk. He just
Yeah.
destroyed
Ball.
people.
But he let his game
Oh,
do the
bro.
Oh,
talking.
they all talked, man.
Talking,
Now
bro.
I don't remember baseball as much.
I played a
remember
lot of
soccer.
backyard baseball.
I can't do it.
I remember soccer, and they all talked. They all had little stories and shit. Yo, what weak ass D right
What was
there.
I feel like there was one kid that his last name was Wheeler.
Wheeler?
I don't know.
Healer.
That's such a weird memories, man. Like weird, stupid things you remember. Like Vernon remembers me playing freaking Final Bout. I remember him playing Baldur's Gate. Do you guys have any
You
other
know what
weird
game needs a
memories that
remake,
you
bro?
like? Is there?
Twisted Metal.
They did.
I have one
Did
weird
they?
ass memory, Evan.
Yeah, on PS3 it was awful.
Oh, yeah, that's probably why I didn't
Oh,
play
Cody,
it.
this is another weird one. I remember you playing Final Fantasy VII.
A lot.
Dude, I remember his whole family playing
Good
Final
one.
Fantasy VII. I remember being
Yeah,
at his
seven.
house. They would take turns playing Final Fantasy VII. I'd be playing with Cody and be like, no, it's my turn to play Final Fantasy VII. And they just run back to their mom's room. And I'm like, oh, all right. See you later, I guess.
We were little bitches back then, all right?
Hey, man. I've never played
Hey.
I've never beat Final Fantasy. I've played it. I've never beaten it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's one of those games beat, but
I think
Oh,
Alex
so you
has
like
probably
games-
played more games than most of us, but has beaten less than most
so
of
leave
us.
him out. It's because he starts them and then he's like gets right close to the end. He's like, nah, I found this new game over here. He's like, I'm gonna play this for a while.
He's playing these like 10 out of 10 like top rated games. He's like, I like this one more. Like he starts playing it.
Another game I used to really like was on like I think it was on PS2 also, but I played it on original Xbox. It was called Dead to Rights, and you just played as this
The
cop.
Rights was dope.
First and second
Yeah.
one.
I don't remember
I played the
that.
second one as well. The second one wasn't as good as the first one.
Is that
But
the
it
one
was
where you
just like
jump sideways and you're like,
yeah, it had bullet time in it, and you also had a fucking
Dog,
like, a
Shadow.
dog with you.
Shadow.
I remember that shit.
There was levels where you would play as Shadow, or you could sick him on him.
Yeah,
And I remember in the first game, there's a level where like you're like infiltrating a prison, and you're like acting as a prisoner, and like it's so in depth, like you're like getting like doing jobs, getting cigarette packs from people, and then like you help someone break out, and you like it was hard as shit because like the gunplay was like it was dated, you know, it was Xbox, it was wonky. But I mean, there was a lot of like fist fighting in it too. There was like fist fighting combos and stuff. It was interesting for the
Some of
time.
my favorite games are anything that has to do with prison. Because like, you asked me like one of my favorite horror games that people don't play. You ever played Suffering and you were like in prison? Great
That
game.
game was wild.
Wild. And I
It was
think,
some outrageous
and
shit.
Vernon's gonna have to hear about this shit. Everything. I think one of my favorite games that is underrated shit is the Chronicles of Riddick: Escape from Butcher Bay. What
that was
a
a good game.
good fucking game, dude!
Yeah,
Like, it's so
I really liked
good.
it.
I played the shit out of that game. I loved it.
Did you buy when they re-released it for the next console up?
I did. They remastered it for Xbox.
I was gonna
360.
say.
And it came out with a sequel that was terrible, but
Yeah.
oh well. The first one's good.
I liked it.
That brings us, Alex. Legend of Dragoon. That's a game that should be remastered.
That was a good game, man.
That
Again,
was a
I remember
great
that one.
game.
I don't know if I've ever beaten that either, to tell you the truth.
There was like 3 discs or 4
Yeah.
discs.
There's four
Jesus.
discs.
Yeah,
I think I still own that game. I think it's still over there in its case over there somewhere.
bro.
That game was one
there's
of my
so many,
instructors
like,
here brought that shit up. I was like,
original
yo, you know
game.
about that game?
Because then like Soul Reaver was dope as shit back on PS1.
Spy
Legacy.
Hunter.
Legacy of Kain, Spy Hunter. The
Siphon
original like
Filter,
Deus Ex was on like PS2.
Jack and Daxter, man.
Jack and
Yeah.
Daxter.
I play those games all day.
I buy all of
Nostalgia,
them,
man.
yeah.
I loved all those games.
And Evan, I think I have closure issues, and that's why I never beat any games, man. Like,
I think we've
if it
talked
does-
about this
yeah,
before.
if it doesn't end, it doesn't
Yeah.
end. But you're right. I like buy AAA games, and I like never beat them. Like, I was actually just thinking today about Last of Us 2, and I was like, oh my god, like I still have it sitting in my stack of games that I play currently, but I haven't played it. And I'm like, man, if I get much further out,
It's going
I'm never
down and down
Yeah.
and down.
I'm-
Yeah,
I'm
you need to
never
just
going
commit.
back.
You need
Yeah,
to commit.
I'm
Or
committed.
else you're gonna have
to,
to end up restarting it at some point.
I'm committed to what's it called right now?
Ghost of
Uh,
Tsushima.
Ghost of Tsushima. And I only, like I said, like I only play like 20,
It's
30
so
minutes
good.
and then I get off. And then 20, 30 minutes and then I get off. But then, Vernon texts me, he's like, hey, you want to play Apex? And I'll play Apex for 3.5 hours with him. But like, I can't like, I don't know, man.
That's what I'm saying. Like I played I played Death Stranding for like 3 hours the one night, and then I haven't really touched it since. I just haven't had time.
Yeah.
Is
I
it
think I'm
worth
gonna-
it though?
I think I'm going to power
I
through.
liked it. It was weird. It was super interesting, but it's just like I have to kind of make myself play it at this
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
Like any game, cause I'm kind of tired and shit at night. Like we're doing podcasts and shit, and then like
Yes.
other nights where I'm like, I'd rather just sit down and watch an episode of The Boys or
Yep.
watch something for an hour or two and then go to bed.
Yeah, no, I feel you.
I actually have to like, make myself play it. If I'm gonna play games, it's mostly on the weekends.
Getting
I'm
old.
I think I'm just going to power through Ghosts just to like, I wanted to beat everything because everything's so great. But I think like
Yeah.
at this point, like I'm just done.
Get down with the story.
just-
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just
mean-
going to hit the story up and move on with life.
It helped that like I would kind of didn't have like I was laid off at the time, so I was
Yeah.
like doing nothing. I could just play Ghost of Tsushima all fucking day.
Yeah.
I still don't think I'm going to
Just
beat
like
Red
Last of
Dead
Us
before
Part 2,
Cody
I
comes
beat that
back.
shit in a week, dude.
I still don't
I'm-
think I'm going to.
I'm 1,000% not beating Red Dead before Cody comes
I-
back. 'cause
I have
You
his
think
Red
you
Dead,
could
that's the
beat Red Dead
problem.
Redemption before I came back.
Yeah,
I
I've had it
can't
for a year and I still haven't
You know
beaten
what?
it.
Dude, I've had it.
I've been
since day
gone
one.
for a
Been
year.
I know,
launched.
that's what I'm
I do want to
saying.
play that. I really, because I haven't beat it either.
I know, I'm only
I
on like
haven't
chapter
done that.
If
3.
you're not gonna play it, go on YouTube and watch the story.
No,
There's supposed to be
No,
a-
I want to
I'm-
actually
wait.
experience it.
Even though it's Rockstar, I'm gonna wait until it's like $11. I'm gonna scoop it digitally because like I own it, but I can't play it. You know what I mean?
Why don't you
Like
just
so, like
play it when you get your PS5. They're
I
backwards compatible
could,
PS4
I
games.
could, I could.
Yeah.
Hey.
You know, that's a
Yeah,
game
yeah.
like we were so hyped for the online, and it was kind of like GTA Online, where it just wasn't
there.
Great.
It was garbage when it first went online.
It was.
I don't know if they've improved it, but
I keep seeing stuff about adding a bunch of stuff to it, but I mean, it's not on the level where like GTA is still.
GTA,
They're adding
there's
a
just-
ton of shit to it.
I mean,
it's unlimited.
I think it's.
Hats.
I think the time
Yeah.
period has a lot to do
GTA
with
has
it.
unlimited potential.
There's more to do
Yeah.
in GTA.
Yeah.
I mean, you could literally
Exactly.
just drive around. That's a lot more fun than riding a horse around. You know.
Yeah.
I just remember when we went to go play it the first day online dropped, and we were all excited to go rob a train together.
And we couldn't even.
And there was no train.
There was no
There's a
train.
train track, but there's no.
We couldn't
fucking
rob the
train
bank?
at all.
It's
Yeah.
like
Nothing.
You couldn't do any cowboy thing.
no.
just
That's,
Could be a
commenced with
cowboy.
us just sitting there for hours playing poker.
yeah, and then they
Oh,
released
right.
poker, and we're like, well, this is what we're
Which
doing.
we could do on here. We could join every squad night and play real
You could
poker
literally
with
just
real
play
money.
poker
Yeah.
on-
I'll Venmo you guys some cash, all right?
Yeah, Cody, can you
We can
Venmo-
do it. No,
Venmo me
man,
some
you
starting
download
capital?
poker nights, and then you just have the camera just like in the middle of the table facing down over the top of us.
No, playing
You
like
could literally
virtual poker.
Digital virtual poker.
Oh,
you
like
put real
over
money
Zoom?
into it and just.
Yeah, there
You could
probably
have
is like a.
We should have a poker night.
I have.
Dude.
Oh, we should do that.
I'm telling
That's
you,
a
it's,
great
I'm gonna
idea.
Google it right now. Virtual.
Couldn't we
I'm
just
telling you,
play like
there's-
that real poker app?
There's 100 fucking things.
I have one. I forget what it's called. I think it's by the people that make the 8-ball pool game.
But
Yeah, I
it's
used
on
to
the
be
phone.
addicted to 8
A lot of guys play it here,
Like-
but they gamble, and I'm like, nah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
But we can actually gamble.
Tell them about gambling.
Between friends, I'll do it, but like open market, nah, I don't gamble. I like my money. I don't make much to begin with, so
You want to bet on?
I
some-
make less than McDonald's workers.
You want to
so
bet?
Cody, I got
Yeah.
I got a
On some
sure thing
games?
for you.
You want to bet on?
Yeah, Cody,
some
maybe if
games?
Donald Trump would pay his taxes. You can cut that out. I don't care.
there-
That was
yeah.
too easy. That was too easy of a fucking
too easy.
too easy of a jab.
I'm
Hey,
not
I'm
even
not
gonna cut it out. It ain't
uniform.
worth it.
Y'all need to get on that sports book though.
Yeah.
Nah,
Start betting.
I can't do that. There's no way. I don't
I
pay
will
enough
reiterate
attention.
this. I make less.
But you
than
know
McDonald's.
numbers.
Yeah, but man,
You got to the Super Bowl 2 years in a row
Statistics.
in fantasy football.
Moneyball.
What do you think? Dude,
Moneyball.
man, I don't know.
Son,
I already gamble with fantasy football. That's already a gamble.
it is a
True.
gamble.
I threw. I mean, what? We did 25 and 30.
Yeah, but you've won, so you're definitely
Okay, but I'm just
way
saying,
up.
like, I have thrown to the wind and hoped I've won like 60, 70 bucks already. I just
But
happened
at
to
this,
win.
you got first place last year, right?
Yeah.
So that means you're up. Like
Oh,
you
yeah.
can play for the next 4 years and still be
Yeah,
up. You know,
but I don't have
Win
that money
200
now.
bucks.
He
So-
spent it all in one
Spent that,
place.
dude, right away.
He's got kids. He bought diapers.
Actually, that came in like right when I got laid off. So that was
There
cool.
you go. There you
Thanks,
go.
guys.
Welcome. I'm pretty upset that Vernon beat me last week. Fucking Lamar Jackson.
I'm doing bad. I think I'm
Nine,
gonna.
seven
I
I have a better
yards.
chance this week, but
How's Lamar Jackson? Do
2
that.
and
to
1,
me.
baby. 2 and 1.
All I needed was 2 more points.
2.
I'm 1 and 2
I am
with you,
living my
Vern.
fantasy life like my
Two more.
Broncos are living real football. Trash. Fucking trash.
That's how my dynasty team is, dude. My dynasty team sucks.
Vernon, your dad's actually doing well
and end
this
up with
year.
nothing.
I am very guilty of not paying much attention to fantasy this year. I'm not gonna lie. I need to get my ass in gear.
Yeah, Alex,
I'm sorry.
it's
You
so
don't even pay
funny
attention
that
and
you
you're
were
still
trying
winning.
to do that because I just randomly opened the app because I saw someone else made a trade. I was like, I'm gonna take a look, see what the adds and drops are, and see if any of these guys look good. Yeah, and
I'm
I
looking
saw
at it.
him. I'm like, okay, yeah, I don't need this this like broke second string tight end for the 49ers because Kittle's back.
Still
So,
winning.
Because you have no one of the 49ers right now.
yeah, but like their backup is now an injured reserve. Like
Yeah, I mean George
Damn.
Kittle's, coming
Kittle's
back.
now back, but then what happens when he goes? It's like it's
Is your
broken.
quarterback coming back? That's the point.
But
He didn't practice today.
yeah.
I'll make you a deal. I'll trade you
Believe
fucking
me, I'm
Brooklyn,
looking.
or whatever the hell his name is for whoever your backup quarterback is.
I'm not trading you shit, man, because you guys are all assholes.
Anybody want
What do you mean?
Tom
I gave you a
Brady?
good trade.
Who wants Tom Brady?
Y'all
Who
didn't
wants
see them
Tom
attack
Brady?
the shit out of me.
Want
I did. I was reading that
Vern,
shit.
we
I
can
was like,
trade
I'm not gonna
Garoppolo
chime
for
in.
Brady just for shits and giggles.
Dude, you should trade Garoppolo for Grady. That's hilarious.
I don't want a quarterback
Yeah.
back.
What do you mean you don't want a quarterback back in return?
You can just
Dude.
pick up some random, like,
Tom Brady's not my starter.
Yeah, Tom
you
Brady's
know.
not anybody.
Thank you for starting him week 1, by the way, because
Fuck you.
you would have won by a long shot if you would have
I
started.
know. That's why I'm like, get him off my squad.
I was
I'm
like,
still not happy about
Why did
that.
Vernon start
Salty
Tom
about that,
Brady?
weren't you?
Like, I was wondering why you did
I
that,
need to trade him.
but I wasn't
He needs
questioning
to
it.
be gone.
Nobody
just-
needs him. You got to wait till a quarterback goes down.
Yeah.
You got sit on until a quarterback goes down.
Bro,
He's gonna be
Drew
sitting his
Brees has
ass
got
on
me
my
no more than
bench.
15 points, and I still wouldn't trade him for Tom Brady.
I have Drew Brees in my other league, and I start him over Tom Brady.
Ugh.
Even though
You're
get
You're in a
less
rough
money.
position at that point.
Not
Yeah.
Tom Brady. Cam Newton.
Oh.
Oh, start Cam and Cam all the time.
Cam got like 37
Cam's
points
got
last.
67 points last week in fantasy.
In our fantasy, yeah. 'cause
Yeah,
it's-
Yahoo
Yeah, it depends
fantasy.
on how the point distribution is.
Well, it's not Yahoo fantasy. It's how we set it up.
Well, yeah, true.
It's not Yahoo.
I've noticed that our points seem to be higher than what a lot
We're
A
of
lot
much
higher.
Yeah.
Me and Vernon went through. It's because when we set the league up, me and Vernon went through drunk as hell. Like, should he get points for this? Yeah, he should get points for
Yeah.
that. Should he get points for this? Yeah, he
Yeah.
should get points for that.
Cody, in the league that I have Cam and Drew Brees got 47.8. Cam got 20.9.
Oh, that was
Yeah,
last week,
okay.
wasn't it?
Um,
Because he went against
Because they
not
ran.
gonna show up.
All they did was run.
Yeah.
But on some real shit, I also have Aaron Rodgers, and I started him over both of them, and he got me 46.5. So
Because
hey,
Aaron Rodgers be balling right now.
He's a bad.
I don't know why I have 3 quarterbacks, but I do.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Oh, what did you do there?
I'm fucking rolling, man. I'm rolling. Number one.
I actually picked
It's a
up
work
Cody in my ESPN league. I picked up the Broncos quarterback only in complete fear that Big Ben wasn't going to play at all this week.
Wait,
'cause
which quarterback are we talking about here?
Well, it doesn't matter. At the end of the
One of
story.
the 19 in the last 5 years. Which one did you pick
The
up?
one that was supposed to play, whatever his name is.
Can you keep up with the names?
Dude, what are you on now?
The Ripley or whatever? Right? Rylan
Yeah,
or
but I
whatever?
picked him up not realizing I had Phillip Rivers on my bench, and I was like, "Oh, thank God, I don't need him." So I dropped.
Yeah.
I literally picked him up and then dropped him like in a second later.
Maybe the
Yeah,
Broncos
yeah.
should do
He's
what
still
like the
He's still starting tomorrow. I hope you guys know this.
What? There's a game on tomorrow.
That's gonna be the best game of the year, my
There's a
friend.
game on tomorrow.
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
Broncos, Jets.
Broncos Jets.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good game.
Superstar versus half a star.
College,
Yeah,
maybe.
Right.
game.
College game tomorrow.
But I was gonna say,
When
like,
you
I have
watch the college game. It's more interesting. I promise you this.
I got Russell Wilson in my other league. He scored 38. In our league, he got 65.
Damn.
we have a lot of our
Right.
points distributed to passing. I've noticed like
Listen to
Everything
like,
passing is
went
like
over and change those rules up.
super
And make the
Russ
important.
points
is
on
ranked
top less.
number 1 in the league, and he's got 59, 61, 65. He keeps getting better. WrestleMania.
Listen, but we can go back and redistribute.
He's
But
gonna get
again,
70 next week.
me and Vernon just did it drunk, and we were just like, "Yeah, you should get points for that. Yeah, you should get points for that." Like,
Makes
we'll go,
sense.
I'll
why
go
not?
back. Here's the thing, though. Like, we all complain, but that means every quarterback scoring at that pace.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't
Yeah.
really matter.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah, it
like
really doesn't.
Yeah.
just Russell Westbrook. Like, I was
Yeah.
just like, okay, if you play on the Seahawks and your name's Russell,
I was
then you
just
get
giving an
60.
example of the difference.
I know it is crazy. We do score heavy on our team.
I think most people just leave it at default and call it a day. I mean,
I like
imagine.
PP. I personally like.
I
PPR.
tinkered ours in my other league a little bit because I want to give some points for like some good accreditation if you get the yardage and shit like that. But
Yeah.
I think we tweaked it so heavy the one year because the one year we were doing like a 14, 15, whatever it was, man, league. And then at that point you get into players that are like one catch for 3 yards. And we were like, those players should get points, you
You're
know,
not
like,
getting, like any points with them. You're getting
yeah,
like
if
0.5
in
or-
standard, well, in standard, if you did 1 point for 3 yards, you would get 0. One catch for 3 yards because you need in standard, it's 5 yards, you get a point, and then you don't get points for catches. So that would be 0 points.
So you made a
but
point for a catch.
But he did something, so we made it a point for a catch and
Makes
whatever
sense.
else it'd be. So that's why it's PPR.
It does make sense.
I don't know.
I like points, man. I like seeing numbers
Yeah.
on the board.
Hell yeah. Give me 1,000.
Scott
I do
almost
too.
broke 300 that one week.
Scott, even though his record isn't the best, he has the most points of anybody by like
Oh yeah.
a large margin. This dude never stops.
Yeah, like
Bullshit.
playing in this league, it makes me depressed going to the other leagues I have on ESPN because the points are just so low for them. It's just like, where's all the points?
Where's all my
I'm doing
points
so
at?
like, there's so many points in Yahoo.
I'm gonna
my
switch
points?
it. I'm gonna
Where's my
switch it and
point?
make it like 100 points a catch.
Do
It's like
Damn.
6 million to
Get
6 million.
1,000 points. Or
I would
something.
think I
Man.
would get 600 points.
I only got
to
500
6
points
mil.
last
And I'd be
week.
like, oh shit.
That's
yeah,
funny.
crazy.
Since it's this is the first podcast of October, I do have a question, kind of Halloween related. What is your most like underrated horror movie that you can think of that like maybe is not like a popular one per se that you really like? That's a question I kind of thought of. I didn't know if you guys had any.
I don't really watch that many horror movies, so I
Horror.
can't think of any though. What?
Easy. Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
No, it's terrible.
It's god awful, guys. It
So bad.
is one of the worst movies Alex and I've ever sat down and watched. Thanksgiving
I'm
2
not
was
sure.
worse. Or, I mean, 3, because 2 never happened.
Wait, there was more than one?
Yeah,
there's
there's
two.
2, but technically it's a third one because the second one never happened.
Because they skipped the sequence.
They just skipped it,
Yeah, they just like we.
but
did
like
it,
they
just
acted
did
like it
good.
happened in the third one.
Yes, they
Yeah,
act like it
yes.
happened. It's terrible.
That's all right.
I always liked, and I don't know if they're considered underrated. I think they're more culty than underrated. And this is just a guilty pleasure. Like now, Leprechaun's what I'm thinking of.
Oh,
But I almost like any series that has 15 of them, and like they just get off the wall by the time.
Yeah.
Like Wishmaster and Puppet Master.
Dude, I just watched Wishmaster not too long ago. The
Like-
first one.
Like when it just starts getting like more ridiculous and more ridiculous as they go on. Like I don't know. It's got some guilty pleasure in it for me.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I like that kind of stuff. And Wishmaster is good. Puppet Master is good too.
I haven't seen
Oh.
Puppet Master in quite a long time.
I have like a weird one, I guess. It's just because like it's a movie that I saw like a couple
You grew
times
up?
when I was younger, but like I don't know how popular or not popular it is.
Okay.
It's called The Skeleton Key.
I've heard of it. I don't know if I've seen it.
I've
It's
never.
kind of it's weird. It's about like a girl down like she's like caring for this older woman down in like a New Orleans like situation. So it's like oh like it's cool. You know,
I'm gonna have
I'm
to
just
check that
saying.
one out. I haven't seen that one. I don't think.
Oh,
Very
There's one-
interesting.
there's one with Kevin Bacon I got to think of. Oh, and there's a dead girl burrowed in his basement.
Oh,
What
that sounds
the-
interesting.
Hold on.
I thought you were going to talk about Tremors.
No, but Tremors is dope. Again,
Oh,
another
Tremors.
one.
I have one that I really like. It's on Shudder. It's called Terrified, and it is really good. It's a Spanish horror movie, and it is pretty wild. It's got a couple of different like things going on, kind of like little plot lines. Like it involves some crazy shit. A kid coming back from the dead. There's some demons in some walls. Someone
Damn.
hiding under a bed. It's some wild shit. But like it's not in a way as like jump scares really.
Yeah.
It's a lot of like atmospheric and then like slow burn tension. But bro, it's one of the best horror movies I've seen in a while. Like
So like
It was
it's
just
eerie.
something-
I like that. I'm not a
Oh,
big
dude, it is
jump
super
scare
eerie.
kind of.
yeah, it's not really based around jump scares. It is super eerie. It's filmed really well. But yeah, that's been one of my favorite horror movies that I've seen in a while since Hereditary. Because I really love Hereditary, but that one's like pretty popular.
Stir of Echoes. That's what
Stir,
it's called.
Never heard of it.
I think like I've heard of it. I just never.
Stir of
seen it.
Echoes with Kevin Bacon.
I might have to check that one out.
Yeah.
Put that on the list.
Put that on the list. That's good. It's a good
I'm
movie.
trying to think of any that I've seen that aren't popular.
There's a lot. There's a bunch, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
I watched,
yeah.
watched Suspiria this past
Spirit
week.
is good.
Suspiria is really good.
You
It's
start
very
getting into those like old, like culty movies. You start getting into shit like that.
yeah. A lot of like the old horror movies are like that now. They're cult movies.
Yeah.
They're in a cult.
They're cult.
They're a cult movie.
You didn't watch any like as a kid that like your parents showed you that like just like you remember but aren't like super popular?
Oh
Or did your parents not really watch horror movies either?
no, They didn't.
Yeah, I would watch them with my dad.
Yeah, my parents
My
didn't
dad
really
was like,
watch
"Come
any
here,
mom
son.
movies.
Let's watch a horror movie.
Yeah, my mom will watch them with me too.
No, it wasn't like that.
It's
but
like, you want to piss your pants?
it's more like we'd go rent a movie and I would find something crazy and he's like, huh, all right. You
All
watch it?
Alright.
All right.
You gotta
I'm gonna
learn
watch
today.
it. He's like, I'll watch that with you.
You dumb kid.
You're like, oh my god!
And then like once I started like liking him more, then he started like, hey, you should check this one out. Or like watch this one.
Yeah, no, I can't.
Yeah.
I can't think of any. I feel like I probably have, but I don't remember the name or the plot or
Yeah.
anything about it.
Anything.
I
Did you
feel like
watch
I
it?
have, but I feel like there's something that I've seen that I know is not.
If you ever need horror movie recommendations, man, I got you.
Wyatt
There's
is
some-
your man
lot
for
of-
that shit.
There's a lot of good ones, man.
There's a lot of good horror.
A lot of good ones.
I liked you ever see The Gate?
Gate.
That's a good one you should watch.
I
That's
don't
an
know if I've
old
seen that one.
Canadian one.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen that one.
Does the killer apologize every time he murders somebody?
No.
Sorry.
It's actually
Sorry.
it's cool if you
Sorry.
it's cool if you guys like, and Wyatt probably most of anybody. It's got a lot of really cool like puppeteering in it, animatronics. Like the visuals
Oh, yeah.
are very cool in it.
Yeah.
Love
Like,
visuals.
When they
Special
started
effects
doing
and stuff.
like it's not like the Thing level quality, but it's got some cool
Yeah.
cool
I
visuals.
always
You know?
appreciate that.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
I
I
told
don't
you
have
what
a,
I got.
Okay.
Demons. That's good too.
Demons.
I told you about it a while ago. I bought it a while ago.
hmm
That's good. Any movie that ends with them riding a motorcycle with a katana, playing a heavy metal soundtrack, just slicing through people. Man, come on. Like how can
Sounds
you
like some Mad Max.
how can you dislike that? Fighting demons in a movie theater.
hmm I've been trying to like find a lot of like what I was saying before is like atmospheric ones where it's like that's really the only thing that's kind of spooky to me now is like because jump scares don't really work and shit. It's just like I like movies with atmosphere that kind of builds the tension.
Yeah.
There's one I watched the other week called a Hell House, LLC, and it's like a group of kids like every year they make a haunted house in a different city, and this haunted house was like actually haunted pretty much, and it's just like it's like a found footage movie, and it's like them documenting making this haunted house, and then like some spooky shit keeps happening every night, and then the night of the attraction when they opened up, when all the like people were like visitors were coming in, that's when like shit goes down. And it like the whole movie's building up to that one point, and it's really good, man, for a found footage movie. I'm not usually big on those, but
Yeah.
it was really well done.
So, like, since we're on like the whole movie subject here, is there not saying because it's might be your favorite movie, but because maybe it's just good as the way it's filmed? Is there movies that you think Hollywood should never remake?
Yeah,
I think
man,
a lot of
that's a lot
movies
of
they
movies.
shouldn't remake. Like
Yeah.
anything that's Disney animation, they should just leave it alone.
Yeah,
Well, they already started that.
Well,
Yeah. There
you
they
go.
should stop.
So
I think they're
the one
kind
that
of
always-
good.
a lot of
I
classics.
mean,
comes
they're
to
good,
mind-
but I don't think they're adding anything to what.
No, I only think two of them have been good. Maleficent was good, and Beauty and the Beast were good. Other than
Lion
that,
King
I
was
was like,
cool.
man. Lion, okay, I
Aladdin
take
was
it back.
good.
Lion King was good.
I like the
I haven't
Aladdin.
seen the new
I didn't
Lion
see
King.
a lot.
Lion I did not like.
I liked it.
Jungle Book, no.
Yeah, but I don't like the original Jungle Book, so
Oh, it's okay.
Yeah, I
I
wasn't big on that one.
I don't have one because I am not somebody who super minds remakes, and only because the original's there if you want it. Like if you don't want to watch it,
Yeah.
don't fucking watch it. That's
Yeah.
not a big deal. So I
Yeah.
don't know. Remakes don't bother me.
There's
Like, I
times,
want
like,
to see a remake
was
of
good.
Nightmare Before Christmas. You better
Yeah.
not do that shit.
It's fine.
That's like untouchable.
Nah, I'm cool with it. More than a remake, I'd like to see it do it on Broadway. Do it on fucking Broadway.
Yeah,
It'd
That's
be-
different.
It'd be cool as
See,
shit.
I think that's a little different, though. Like you're taking
Yeah.
something and moving it to a different format.
Yeah.
Sure, then I don't think they're remaking Disney movies. I think they're moving them to a different format. They're making them live action. now.
yeah, it's kind of the
It's
same
different.
thing. They're just updating. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's not
I
like
understand.
they just
I
redrew
understand.
it.
I
Yeah.
watched a video. I couldn't even tell you who it was by, but they brought up a good point. Like with the live action, there are some things that you just can't capture without it being a
Absolutely.
cartoon. Like the one scene from The Lion King. It was the one where Pumbaa is supposed to like distract the hyenas near the last big fight. And like in the cartoon version, like
Dresses,
Timon's
yeah.
like he's like dressing and dancing, and then like Pumbaa's like has like an apple in his mouth. They can't do that in the live action one. Like it's things
Yeah.
like that
That's the
they just
best
can't
part.
capture. Yeah, but
If I
that's-
had to answer the question, it'd be Indiana Jones. I think once Harrison Ford is officially done with the movies, like that's it. I don't want to see.
Yeah,
A new
but I mean, I
Indiana
feel like
Jones.
that is a property they could continue on, though. That's
sure,
what
it's
I
one
probably
they could,
wouldn't mind
but
with it.
should they?
Like a
Yeah.
James
I don't think they
Bond.
should.
Yeah, it'd be like a James Bond. Look, I've been saying it. Put Chris Pratt as Indiana Jones.
I don't know, man.
Chris Pratt.
Harrison
I'm down
Ford.
for that.
Harrison
I'm not
Ford
against
is
that.
Indiana Jones to me. Where James Bond has always been this multifaceted actor kind of book.
Yeah.
Like
But it's
Apparently-
always been that
Harrison Ford. It's James
Apparently,
Bond.
Henry Cavill wants to play James Bond next.
I'd be into that.
Man.
I think he looks like a good James Bond.
He's like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
He's big.
I feel like
Yes.
he's super jacked for a James Bond.
Yeah.
Hey. My movie
But
that
they
comes to mind,
He would walk into a room and you're like, man, I think that's James Bond, man. That guy looks fucking jacked.
Yeah,
the ones in, like,
Well, they
that's a
have
good
to
point.
make it,
Why?
I think that's James Bond.
He's not
They
really
have
going to
to
be.
make it. I've heard
like,
about
He's not going to be
that.
hiding in
newer
plain
James
sight or
Bond.
anything.
Yeah. They'd have to make it like the newer ones where he's like just whooping ass all the time. Like Daniel Craig's James Bond isn't like all about gadgets and shit. He's just like whooping ass and running,
Yeah,
you know?
just do it like
Where like
parkour.
Pierce Brosnan. No, not parkour. It needs to be that's Daniel Craig. It needs to be like
That's what I'm saying.
fucking-
It's like Daniel Craig
Yeah.
was like parkouring and like.
if it's gonna be
he's-
Henry Cavill, it needs to be just like a fight scene, just like a giant like him throwing people through tables and shit. just like this big jack. He just like
Superman in
flexes
it.
his
Yeah,
He might as well. Yeah,
it was all
in the
about
middle of the
gadgets
Bond
and
film, he just like
Exactly.
he just becomes Superman.
Well, it's like they saw the success of Jason Bourne and shit, and they're like, we need to make a James Bond movie like that.
We
And
can do
And that's
that.
where like, yeah, I mean it worked. They have,
James
they
Bonds
have
are
great
cool.
success.
yeah.
The
James Bonds are
mustache
cool.
fits Wyatt. Speaking of
People
that,
love- people
speaking
love
of
those
like
James Bond.
remakes or sequels,
Yeah, we're getting a Borat 2
Borat
here
2
next-
is coming.
in October. It's coming this month.
I've never
Apparently-
seen the first one.
Apparently, Amazon
I'm
Prime
with
bought
Alex
the
on that
rights
one.
to it, and they're releasing it right before Election Day.
Brittany
Oh my
said she
God.
watched the first one with Christina, and then when they got to like the swinging dicks, they kind of just like turned.
I
it
haven't
off.
seen it probably since it came out. I haven't
I've never
watched
seen
it.
it.
Yeah,
I remember it being hilarious though back in the day.
yeah.
That's not my brand of humor. I've never seen that. I've never seen Bruno. He's got
I
another
have
one
seen-
too.
That one's pretty kind of dumb. I didn't like
Yeah,
that one as much.
I never watched Bruno.
Even when he was like Ali G on.
Yeah, I wasn't big on Ali G, but I like Borat because like I don't know, it was
I don't
just
have an
silly.
opinion one way or another. It just wasn't really like
Yeah,
my.
it's not your
humor.
brand of humor.
Yeah. It's like I don't like Step Brothers either. It's just not my brand of like.
Yeah.
I know people love Step Brothers. Like I know people like rant and rave about it, but it's just
Yeah,
not.
a lot of people aren't big on like British humor either.
No,
See, I don't mind British humor.
British humor is like really
It's
dry.
dry. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like it.
I like British humor. It's the thing with Step Brothers for me is like I actually watched it like a year after it came out again on like the edited TV version, and I liked it much more because the scenes where he's like sleeping with his stepsister, or his not his stepsister, his sister-in-law and shit, like was just uncomfortable to me. Even I was just like, I'm not like I don't want to watch this. So when they cut all that shit out, I was like, okay, this is better now at least. So I don't know.
I can't say I
Each
watched
their own.
Step Brothers. To be honest with you, I've
Really?
seen. I know I've
Comedy's
seen
pretty
like
much.
clips of it, but I don't.
I think it's one of those
I've actually
movies that
watched
was just played out for me. Like I can't
Comedy's-
I can't watch it now because I watched it too many times back in the day.
Yeah.
Like Ricky Bobby, bro. I don't really.
Yeah.
I can't.
So
I haven't seen it in years because like
yeah, I haven't
I've
watched
seen
it.
it
You've
too
seen
many
it
times back
enough.
in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't need to watch it anymore. It's not like Dumb and Dumber where I can watch that shit every year. I love that movie.
Well,
See,
I
I
remember
think-
seeing that shit the sequel in theaters. I stuck that beer in there.
I remember you like poured a beer into a water bottle and then you just like put two of them in your jacket. And then I just remember like the crinkling of the water bottle during the movie where you were just
I remember.
like sipping it out of your jacket.
I remember me and Berta were gonna fight that little girl in Jurassic Park.
Yeah, she kept turning around. She was just like,
We were getting drunk in the back seat or in the back row of Jurassic Park, and she kept looking at us.
it was like,
And me and Berta we're like, I'm gonna have to fight this little girl right now. She gonna rat us out. She gonna rat us out to her dad right now.
I remember.
She probably looked at us 15, 16 times throughout the whole movie. She just kept turning
Were you
around.
guys being loud, or was she just
No.
She just
She was just drinking
thinking
our
you
beer.
guys
She
were
just kept
sus.
looking at us. We were just sus,
She's
man.
like, these guys are doing something they're not supposed
I mean,
to.
we were definitely drinking beer. Like, we were sitting there drinking beer, but like, fuck you. Mind your own business.
Turn around. Turn around.
That's what you guys should have done. You should have just been like,
Me and Vern went to we were going to see Deadpool, and we went to like a Chinese place to get some food. And I remember like I ended up eating all my shit, and Vern's like, I'm too full. I'm just gonna get it to go. I'm gonna eat some more in the theater. We gotta go. I'm like, no, you're not. Like, come on, man. And sure enough, he straight took this big old styrofoam thing of Chinese like noodles and shit. He like shoved it, and he's like, you think it'll be all right in my coat? It won't spill? And he ended up sneaking this big ass thing of
It's a risky
Chinese food
play.
into the theater. And I just remember like the theater for Deadpool was like full, dude. It was like opening weekend. And we had to sit like in the front, like, you know, the sections where it's like the arched one, and then there's like the small one.
where everyone
Yeah.
can see you. Like,
Yeah, we had
Yeah,
to sit in
everyone-
like the front row, like in the middle of that front row. And I just remember like 20 minutes into the movie, Vern's like, I think I'm gonna start eating this Chinese food. And I'm like, all right, man, that's up to you. And I just remember like he cracked it open, like you could hear the styrofoam.
everyone
He
could probably
cracked it,
smell it.
and I could, bro, you could smell it instantaneously, and you could see the smoke and the steam coming right off. And like, because the screen's the only thing that's lit up, and so you could see the smoke and the steam just pouring off of this Chinese food. And
Dude, what
he's-
is it about Chinese? Danny did the same thing to me. We went and saw X-Men, and she took in Chinese food with her. And I was embarrassed, though. And I was like, you can't bring that in here. And she's like, I'm bringing it in, Alex. Fuck you. And I was like, I'm not sitting with you. And I didn't sit with her. And I remember like smelling it. Like, now we were in a Away Dead theater, though. But I remember I heard her open it like 2 rows down from me. And I heard it like, I could smell it. And I'm like, oh my God.
You
the best
actually didn't
part
sit
was,
with
like,
her just
nobody
because she brought
said
Chinese
shit to
food.
him.
No, and nobody said
No,
shit. Man.
Nobody said
Oh.
shit.
And then
Dude, I feel like he ate it super fast because like I was like watching the movie, eating popcorn, you know, or whatever, and I like look over and he's just like putting it away, and I'm like, "Are you done already?" He's like, "Yeah, I finished that shit." It's done.
Yankees
But
came
dude-
back, by the way.
I just remember you like opening that and seeing the steam and just smelling the food instantly. And I was like,
Turn
"Oh
it
God!"
back.
And I just kind of like slunk in my seat a little bit. And I was eating my
Like, look at this guy beside
I'm
me
not
eating
with
Chinese
him.
food.
There's no
That shit
turning
was
back. That-
hilarious.
Dude, I
Beer
forget.
and Chinese food, where do you go wrong?
What I saw something with Vernon, dude, and I just remember looking over and 10 minutes into that dude passed out. Like, and slept through the whole.
I've heard numerous times where he passed out
In the theater?
And I don't know how he does it.
Vern has paid for more naps than anybody. Out of any-
Almost every single movie for at least 5 to 10 minutes.
I don't know how it
swear
happened.
every
Dude.
time, because I'm just like,
We were with Kyle. Because I remember looking over to you, and it was you and Kyle, and both of you were just
Why?
passed out right beside me.
I think I've told you guys this before. Me, Kyle, and Honor were chilling sometime. You know, like we were up here, you know, doing what we used to do, fucking smoking shit. You know what I mean? And then like we were like, oh, let's go see Avatar in 3D. They were like, hell yeah! And like, you know what? Let's go see the IMAX one down at the Whitaker Center. Hell yeah! These tickets are like $25.
Yeah, they're expensive.
Fuck it, let's go. So we fucking went and we're watching Avatar, and like, I shit you not, I remember like getting to the part where like the shit was like floating around, like, and he's like, oh, and like all the little like, they're like the dandelion thing when you blow the dandelion and it's like floating around on the screen. That's pretty much the last thing I remember. That I remember waking up and the credits are rolling, and I'm like, oh shit, and I look over and Kyle and Honor are both sleeping too, both of them. So I'm just like, yo, we gotta go. And we just like fucking got like, oh my god, I don't know. I've never still to this day finished Avatar.
I remember
I've never
looking
seen
over
it.
during like Endgame or Infinity War one time, and you had like your eyes closed for a minute, just chilling, and then like 10 minutes later, you like sitting
The
forward.
greatest film.
He's waiting for the. He's just like
I
sleeping
remember
through the
him
slow
being
parts.
so hyped on the
We
way
went and
there.
saw that in
He's like,
IMAX,
I
right?
fucking
Endgame.
wait to see this movie, and like 30 minutes into the movie, he's just like
He's taking a power nap.
Bro, I was on the edge of my seat. the whole
literally
way
a
through the
power
movie.
nap because it was like 10 minutes.
He's getting ready for the
for
climax. He's got to wind down, and then so that way he
I
can
was
like line himself.
I don't need
back
all
up.
this exposition. Who needs it?
Every single time I go to the movie theater.
What is this
I don't know how,
dialogue?
bro.
I don't think I've ever slept in a movie.
I
I don't think I have
Yeah.
either, man.
I did.
Oh,
I
yeah.
went to the first Captain America
It's
at
too-
like 11 o'clock at night, and I fucking passed out. Woke up, I was dating Lex, and Lex was like, yo, are you awake? And I was like, nah, you
Yeah.
woke me up. Like, obviously, I'm not awake. Like,
Me and Vert
I don't know
used to
what the
have
hell
some, like,
happened.
fun movie trips, bro. Because we would like we wouldn't even be chilling together, and all of a sudden we would like, yo, you want to go see a movie?
Hell
We're like,
yeah.
hell yeah, dude, let's go see a movie. And I remember we
Nothing.
went and saw like Jackass 3D when that came out, and that shit was amazing.
Dude,
we were,
movie
like,
theaters actually
losing
give me
it.
anxiety.
Really?
I miss movie theaters.
I don't know why. Like movie
can understand
theaters,
that.
like
I miss
the beginning of movies, like when it's like the silence and it's like the credits and stuff.
Yeah.
I always get anxiety. And
I get
like,
anxiety when I go
like-
see horror movies in theaters.
Yeah, dude. Like, and it's before the movie and shit. Like, but just like my anxiety just starts killing me. I'm just
Yeah.
like, oh,
Because
like,
everyone's
I gotta, like,
talking and just hanging out,
And
and
then
then all of a
it gets
sudden it's
quiet.
like quiet, and it's like, someone gonna do something they're not supposed to, like,
Yeah.
It's
Yeah. The
scary
thing
as-
is, like, I'm not necessarily, I'm not scared of the movie, but like, I'm like,
The
for some
situation.
reason, horror movies because of the music, and then it's just like silent, and there's some creepy shit. I just feel like it's such a huge room, and I feel like anybody can be behind me, and I
Mhm.
just don't like that feeling.
I
I don't like it.
actually, my biggest anxiety attack was when I went and saw that Joker movie, the one that just came out. And it was like
Really?
when all the hype was out that like people were like going crazy for this shit. And man, I'm kid you not, this dude stood up with a fucking trench coat on. And I'm just like,
oh shit.
like, here we go. Like something's going to happen. And like,
I'm
my
not gonna
anxiety
lie,
was high.
like, I have that thought every single time I see a movie now.
Yeah, dude, it's scary.
Since like all that shit happened, like
Awful.
years and years, like
Especially because there was that a
every
Joker
single time
movie
I
at
see a
that.
movie,
Like,
I think about that when like somebody stands up to go to the bathroom. I think about that shit. I'm like, okay,
And it's terrible. It's like a terrible
It
thought that
is.
media has like pushed onto me because it's such like a minute thing that happens.
yeah,
You know, like we should just be out there enjoying the time, having a good movie. But like, media's pushed it hard enough on me that I have a real
Yeah.
fear of it.
I mean,
yeah, it's
yeah, I
definitely
mean, they
something
say like, please locate the exits. Like, I honestly don't even think about it. Like, in the case of a fire, to be honest with
Yeah.
you,
yeah,
that's honestly,
No.
I've never thought of it. Like, yeah, I should probably know in case this place catches on fire where to go. I think of
Yeah.
like, dude, if people start shooting at each other, where the hell am I running to?
I'm gonna lay on the ground. That's
Well,
what I'm
they-
gonna-
I'm gonna confess too.
like, could I have enough room to lay my ass here if something happens?
But like, oh, it's so sticky.
But then you got to worry about like people stepping on you, and like, yeah, it's
That you could get trampled to death.
yeah.
I'd rather be
Uh,
stepped on than shot.
Well,
Said
that's
shot,
true.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm just saying, trampled to death would suck too, dude.
yeah, I mean,
I mean, I guess you wouldn't. There wouldn't be like that many people walking over you in a movie theater. You know,
Well, it
like-
depends how many people try to get out.
what
where
movie you
are.
going to here?
no, I'm just saying, like, it depends on.
Yeah, there's like maybe 10 seats in a row.
Yeah, you're not gonna have every person walking through every row.
You can't run through an aisle.
Worst case scenario, you
Yeah.
have like 20 people walking over you. I guess.
You
I don't think
only
that'd
need
kill
that
you.
one big person to end it all.
Listen, to change the subject back to
Dark. We went
Good.
dark there.
Yeah, really.
good part of movies.
Let's reel it back
Just hit
in.
that
Reel it
one.
back in. One
Yeah,
time,
we're pretty good
Let's
at
reel
that.
it back in, boys.
one time I went to a movie, Drillbit Taylor. I remember the movie with my buddy from high school, Dalton.
God
And
damn,
fucking-
dude.
Oh wow.
And like we were literally when I say the only two people in this theater, we're the only two people in this movie theater. So we sat at edges of the movie theater. And listen, I would never do this as an adult, but I feel like such a dick. We are whipping M&Ms at each other the entire movie, dude. Like I didn't watch any of this movie. We're just like ducking behind seats and like and like ducking behind seats and like just whipping M&Ms. Like so much we had to go buy more M&Ms like halfway through the movie, and we came back and started it again.
I actually
So pretty
remember.
much you paid like triple membership for laser tag.
Yeah, pretty much. Just like us
Yeah.
drill. We were like jumping over seats and shit and like on the floor. And I remember because it was gross because we like found shit on our shirts and shit. Like it was like sticky parts and stuff. And, like, but we did. I mean, we were
well, yeah, you
teenagers.
didn't care.
This is fun.
I actually completely forgot about this. I couldn't even tell you what movie it was. If Brittany was here, she'd remember. Me and her went to go see whatever movie it was. I don't remember. And we were the only ones in the theater.
She's not fact checking you.
And this guy, wait, what?
She's not fact checking you anymore. She's not sitting
Yeah,
there.
she went upstairs. But this guy came in, and it was definitely like a rom-com or something. I'm pretty sure it was. It wasn't like. It was kind of weird for just like one guy to walk in, and he sat like 2 or 3 rows behind us. And we
just
left.
laughing.
We left halfway. Like we got like maybe 20 minutes into the movie, and we're like, we don't feel comfortable. We just left. We just got up like we were gonna go to the bathroom, and we just didn't come back. Yeah, that was weird. It was not a movie that you probably would have went to go see by yourself. It was just it was really uncomfortable. I mean, I'm sure the guy was probably just trying to go see a movie, but it was
probably
I wonder where those people went.
yeah.
Like he was on break or something.
Yeah.
He was just like chilling and watching a movie real quick.
Like I'm sure that's probably what it was, but it was just
went to go
weird.
see a movie by myself in Philly. I was like in Philly, and I was like I needed to waste time.
I've
And I
seen
went and
movies.
saw
I am no
Emperor.
stranger to see movies by myself.
I've never. I don't think so.
I saw
I really
Spider-Verse
love
by
it.
myself.
I've seen like 3 or 4 movies by myself. Bro.
I've never
seen
gone
Philly,
to
man.
see a movie.
I've
never
seen
either.
Tower Heist by myself too.
But like this
I
There's
is
remember that
times-
specifically because I remember when I lived in Harrisburg for a little bit,
Yeah.
right before Kai was born, and
Yeah.
I was bored as shit, and you guys were way the fuck over where you were, and I'm in Harrisburg, and I just went to the movie theater down there. I was like, man, I'm just fucking.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen a movie by myself.
I haven't
I've seen
for
it
sure.
about
You're
3 or
missing a
4,
lot.
I think.
But I'm pretty
I
sure this
remember,
guy
like-
had a coat on, like a trench coat kind of thing, like Alex
Oh.
said.
Oh yeah, gotta get
It was like,
Yeah,
and
sus.
I think we heard like he was probably just like eating popcorn or something, but it sounded like clicking or something. You know, it's like it was probably nothing.
Here's my thing though. If he was there to do that, you think he'd have picked a bigger movie than the rom com you guys
Yeah.
watched.
That's I
Like
mean,
he was just like
I don't know, unless he
geez.
was just looking to like find one or two
Maybe hated
you know,
love.
young
Like, I
teens,
hate
young
people that are
adults.
happy.
You know,
He just got broken up with.
yeah. I mean, that's probably what
He
happened.
literally and figuratively dodged a bullet.
Yeah, it was weird. I had to ask her what movie that was. I don't remember at all what it was, but it was
it was
weird.
probably
Bro,
failure
I
to launch.
remember,
You also dodged the bullet.
I think it was, I don't even remember what year it was, but it was during the summer one year and everybody was busy. And it was like when Scream 4 first came out.
Mm.
And it was like, and I was like, nobody's around. Everybody's doing shit. I'm just going to go see this movie. And it was like 2:00 in the middle of the day. I just rolled up, went and saw the movie by myself. And I remember going to see Batman vs. Superman on opening night by myself because you guys were busy. So I was like, I'm going to see that shit. And I remember walking out just like, that was kind
See,
of
I've seen them movies that, like
I was like,
That
I'm
kind of
wondering why
sucked.
we
kind of sucked, man.
oh no, I lied to myself when that movie came out. I was like, no, it wasn't that bad. It was fine.
It was
and then
terrible.
and then
I felt
listen,
so like weird about it. Like
yeah.
I walked out just with mixed feelings. Like there's parts of it that were cool, and then I was like, I wanted to like it.
No,
I
it's a
did.
bad movie. It's definitely the worst of all the ones that have came out, hands down, easily.
A lot worse than Suicide Squad.
Oh, it's definitely worse than Suicide Squad.
I don't think so.
For me
The director's
personally,
cut of it's better than Suicide Squad.
oh man, I don't even mind Suicide. I don't even get the hate on Suicide Squad. I think it's fine. I think it's again it's like Justice League for me. It's just a popcorn film.
Yeah.
Like Suicide Squad's fine to me.
But they killed everybody right away.
Who?
It was
Didn't they,
kind
kill-
of cheesy. It was like
Suicide
cliche
Squad?
I
action
don't
type.
even remember. I think I only saw it once, man.
I
to be
saw it in
honest.
theaters with
I-
you guys, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah, they don't kill anybody in Suicide
But
Squad.
yeah.
I don't
Yeah, they do.
remember.
There's a couple that get killed like soon as they go on the mission.
Oh,
That's
just the
what I
dude who
thought.
tries to escape, like the mountain, the climber dude.
I barely remember it.
Thought it was more than one.
I didn't
man.
like it. I remember that.
I watched it once and was good with it. I was like, I'm good.
I'd rather rewatch Batman vs Superman than Suicide Squad.
I feel like
No.
I watched that too.
Here would be my comparison on this, where I think Ben Affleck's fine as Batman. Margaret Robbie absolutely stole the fucking show as Harley Quinn.
She's
Like
an amazing Harley
she's
Quinn.
an amazing Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't see another. Like I can't think of another actress acting right now that I'd be like, okay, I'd be cool with that being Harley Quinn. Where with Superman and Batman, I could think of other actors that
Yeah.
Like some Robert Downey
Henry
Jr.
Cavill does a
shit.
great
My
job as
issue
Superman.
with that is like I'm not that big of a fan of Harley Quinn that it draws me to it.
I love Harley Quinn. I think she's so fun. You should guys.
I
should
kind
see
of
the-
get that,
She's
though.
overrated. That's what I
Oh,
want.
sure. Oh, she's like Deadpool now, where she's like
Yeah.
hit stratosphere. Where I'm like,
Yeah.
it's fine.
I mean,
but
yeah, I mean, it's not like I still haven't seen that Birds of Prey movie because it's like, yeah,
Neither have I.
I don't
It's fine.
really.
it's fine.
The Joker movie was dope as fuck. I like that movie.
The Harley Quinn show on DC is pretty fun. It's just a fun.
I've seen some
stupid-
of it.
I heard
Yeah.
there's some.
I love that Harley Quinn show.
It's funny.
That shit is so funny.
It's crazy, and I don't want to spoil. It's not that big of a spoil, but they have some like deep-rooted Batman knowledge on there, where like it's fun because there's the one scene where they're talking about like, oh, last time it's when the Gotham Knights played the Pittsburgh Steelers, and I'm like, that's funny because the Pittsburgh Steelers played the Gotham Knights, and like they really knew what joke they were saying right there.
Yeah.
You know? Like they knew. They didn't pick the Steelers out of a hat. They just were like they knew. So it's funny. I like it.
Yeah.
Here's my thing with Harley Quinn and I kind of I like the whole woman power thing she's bringing. I think she's the first.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I'm just like, I'm not drawn to her as a character.
Sure. And the Birds of Prey was really pushing it too. You know, like I like that they are showing like her break. Like she was a sidekick, and she's the first like superhero I can really think of that's become so popular being a sidekick. You know, like
Yeah.
Wonder Woman's always been the main show.
Like,
you
no
know,
one's
like-
watching a Robin movie.
Exactly. Nobody's watching a Robin movie without Batman, but people will watch a Harley Quinn movie without the Joker. You know,
Well, I don't
they'll
know.
watch.
Robin with Teen Titans, I guess.
But it's Teen Titans.
That's
it's
true.
the whole
I guess
Yeah.
he's part of. Yeah.
ensemble.
He's
Yeah.
the leader of the Teen Titans, though.
Sure, but it's not Robin.
It's kind of there. Yeah.
It's like when they wanted to
Justice
call
League
the
is Batman and his bitches.
yeah. It's like when they wanted to call the Harley Quinn movie the Emancipation of blah blah blah, and they were like, no, call Harley Quinn. Just
Yeah.
it's Harley Quinn. Like bring the people into the seats for what they want to see.
Mhm.
So that's the only thing I like. I think she's the first, and I'm glad. I think she's the first sidekick superhero that's really like pushed into mainstream to become her
Yeah.
own superhero. I think it's cool.
I mean, it's no fault on her. I still haven't seen Aquaman. So.
Me either.
Or
It's not
Shazam.
terrible to me though. Like with Aquaman, like I liked it, but it's a non-origin film that feels like an origin film,
Yeah.
and that's what made it very odd for me. Because like it's not an origin story, but then it felt like an origin story the entire time, and I was like, all right, let's talk about this because we're talking about Justice League at the same time as we're talking about this movie.
Yeah.
This is like conflicting two things at once. Overall, it was
I
terrible.
ended up just reaching a point where I was just superheroed out. I just didn't want to
Yeah.
watch anymore.
I didn't see Shazam. I'm more being disappointed. I'm tired of getting movies than them disappointed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you give me Justice League. It's okay. It's not anything what I expected. You give me Batman versus Superman. Nothing like I would ever think would come out of an atrocity of a film. Like, I'm just, it's one of those things like, I like Shazam, but I'm scared to see it because I feel like it's going to be terrible.
I heard Shazam was
Yeah,
really
I heard it
good.
was good.
That's what I'm saying. But I'm scared to go see it because, like, I'm like, is it going
It's
to
gonna
be
ruin
good
your
or is it
perception of
just,
it.
yeah, like, is it gonna just
Hearsay. You hear something about a movie and that kind of like it sticks in your head while you're watching it, and it kind of changes your perception of it.
yeah?
See, when I think
Like,
when
do
I
they have those key comic book moments in them? Like, those are the things I look for.
when I
Yeah.
watched, because I remember watching Batman versus Superman, and I feel like, to me, like I going into it, and I still kind of am like, you know, why would Batman and Superman be fighting? Like, you know, you have
There's
to.
plenty of times they have been.
Yeah.
Really? Like I don't see. I don't.
Yeah.
I'm not too big in like the DC. Like,
Yeah.
And that's where the movie failed because as a casual fan,
Yeah.
you were sitting there like, what?
Yeah.
Why?
To
Yeah,
me,
what's going
like
on?
it felt like a
Basically,
forced
yeah.
story to me.
Like, vaguely were like, oh, it's because he came and he was destroying
Because
shit.
Batman's
Yeah.
afraid of him.
That was it.
Yeah.
Like that's what
Like,
I
oh my
got
God,
from it
he's
as a
gonna-
casual
What
like
if he
watcher.
is evil?
Yeah.
That was
And
literally
there's a
the
really good
driving
series.
force behind it.
There's a really good series that like Batman kind of knows about Superman and Superman kind of knows about Batman and Lex Luthor's kind of like the middleman.
Okay.
There's a really good series about Batman thinks that Superman is causing these issues that Lex Luthor is. So Batman goes to investigate and finds like kryptonite, and then he fights Superman and doesn't know why he's weak. And then next time he doesn't have kryptonite, and then Superman kicks the shit out of him. And he like
Yeah.
kind of pieces it. It's a great fucking series.
And they
it's
kind
definitely one
of
you should
tried to
read.
compress that all into 2.5
Yeah.
hours.
It was just a jumbled fucking
Yeah.
mess. It's just a jumbled mess with like not a good payoff because Doomsday is awful in it.
Yeah.
Like
He looked like Abomination more than he did Doomsday.
Doomsday
I
was
agree.
awful in it. The
God
Martha
awful.
part was awful in it.
Oh,
Like
that's the worst part. Martha, your mom's Martha, my mom's Martha. We're best friends now.
Why'd you say that name?
like Batman ain't never met another person named Bruce. You're not Batman, I'm Batman. I'm Bruce.
Hey, Bruce. Why'd you say
It's
that
the
name?
same person.
The best
Get
part
the
of
fuck
it was
outta
the
here.
fucking Batman like warehouse scene where he's whooping all
Ass.
that ass.
Yeah.
And until the Martha
Gas
scene,
and shit.
the fight scene is very cool between them too.
Yeah.
But other than that, the movie is bleh. Bleh. The whole thing. Bleh.
So my thing on this then, okay, and that's I don't know if you guys have the same viewpoints on this. So we've seen Wonder Woman, we've seen Batman vs Superman, we've seen the Justice League Josh Whedon version here. To be honest with you, I'm gonna watch it, but not for the same reason everybody else is. The Zack Snyder Justice League, like I'm gonna see it because it's Justice League. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But what kind of annoys me about this whole thing is everyone's talking about how Snyder's version is going to be the best version ever and how it originally was. And I was like, well, that's not fair. Because we've seen a version of Josh Whedon's, which mixes Zack Snyder's and Josh Whedon's together.
Yeah.
And then when everyone says Snyder Cut that was supposedly already made, it doesn't get released. Now we're going back and we're refilming, we're re-editing, we're redoing this. To me,
Yeah.
that's not Snyder Cut. To me, that's a whole new Justice League movie that
That's
we
Snyder-
should count.
It's
Snyder
because he
Whedon
didn't get
wanted
to finish. He didn't get to finish filming his version. Like Whedon took over halfway through, and they changed the script some. He started doing his own shit.
But why are we refilming the beginning too? We're refilming all of this. I mean, we went from a 3-hour movie to a 6-hour-long movie.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean?
That was his vision. The Justice League was supposed to be split into 2 parts.
Yeah.
Yes, I get that, but I don't think
Yeah.
this is really his original product being made. I think it's
I didn't
getting
think
added
Justice League
to.
was that bad. I thought it was fine too.
It was okay. It was okay.
It wasn't anything crazy. Like it wasn't like a fantastic or anything. I liked it though.
It wasn't a
It was all right.
Again,
I
the
liked it for what
Batman
it
scene
was.
where he's in Gotham is awesome.
Yeah, that's what I've been
Awesome.
wanting to see.
Yeah,
That type
like
of shit.
Gotham looks like Gotham. You know, like the whole
Yeah.
scene, the whole rooftop scene, awesome.
Beginning scene, yeah.
It's good all the way up until they start fighting Steppenwolf. It's a good movie until then.
Which
Yeah,
even
you don't
he was
really know who
subpar.
the fuck he is at that point. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, if you don't know comics, you don't know Steppenwolf. You know what I mean?
And listen, I do read comics, and you still barely know Steppenwolf.
Barely know
He's
Steppenwolf.
just
You're right.
he's just a stepping stone to Darkseid. Like, just
Yeah.
get to it, you know.
Yeah. Well, it's like the henchman to fucking Thanos. You know,
Yeah.
the guy that came down in
Yeah.
Avengers Infinity War. Like, yeah, he's there, but he's not.
But we already had
Cares.
Thanos established. We knew who Thanos. Like, we never
Yes.
saw Darkseid. We never saw like what he was like. Listen, and I know why it's not a huge Marvel fan movies, but they did it right. They knew how to build from one thing to this grand story. Like Thanos has been seen and teased, and like he's been a
Talked
part of
about.
it. When they
Yeah.
introduced Thanos, they didn't introduce his villains first. They introduced Thanos whooping the Hulk's ass. You know, like we knew who he was. You know, so I don't know. Marvel just DC played catch up, and they shouldn't have. You
But
know,
DC has such great storylines that they could work
yeah,
with. Like,
they should have just kind of
such
did
good
their own thing.
storylines.
but stop trying to play catch up. Like just
Yeah.
make your movies and don't worry about hey, Endgame's coming out and it's going to make $2 billion. Worry about yourself. Make Justice League 6 years from now after you build a story. And you know, if it doesn't make your money, it doesn't make your money. Oh well, that's
Yeah.
the gamble of movies.
I mean, they didn't even really have to do a connected universe. They could have just made movies.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I
Yeah.
don't mind the
Like,
connected.
Wonder
universe.
Woman was amazing.
It was
I
good.
really liked Wonder Woman.
It was good.
Wonder Woman was great.
Yeah. that was
Man of
pretty good.
Steel. Man of Steel's a different take. I mean, it's
I
not
like Man of
perfect,
Steel.
but it's a good Superman film.
Yeah.
It's good. I liked it. It was fine. Wonder Woman's one of those ones though. I did think it was good, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I've never gone back and watched it again, and never had the urge to go back and watch it again.
Oh, really? I actually watched it.
Yeah.
I like it.
That's how I feel with most superhero movies. Once I watch them, I'm good on rewatch.
Yeah.
Oh, dude,
I rewatched.
I don't
those.
know. Marvel Cinematic Universe, I've watched that whole thing like 20 times now.
I have not. I probably watched them once with you guys in theaters and shit, and that's it. I don't rewatch them.
Nah, man. Last 30 minutes of Endgame, I wait for that 30-second scene that makes me cry every time, and then I'm good. But I watched the full 3 hours for that 30 seconds of just
Dude, I've watched the
Really
last
good.
like 10 minutes of Endgame, that fight on Facebook numerous times. If it comes up on like my Facebook stories, like, you know, when like
Yeah.
the Chinese people play like crazy music behind it and stuff, and you watch it,
Yeah.
like I watched that shit before. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna watch Endgame. I like them
I do
movies.
it all the time. They're good.
Great.
I can't argue with them.
I mean, even if you're not a huge Marvel fan, I just think the appreciation for a franchise to be able to make 22 successful, like, franchise movies where they continue to build off each other is, even if they didn't build off each other, can you name one other franchise that made 22 fucking successful movies? 22, like, that's crazy.
James
That's just,
Bond.
I was just telling
Probably
Brittany about
that's it.
that fact that you
That's
said the
it,
other day.
probably.
Like
that's
how
about it, though.
This is the
That's
first
about it.
year since what, 2008
yeah,
there
since
isn't-
there hasn't been a Marvel movie.
or 2009 or something. Like, you know, I'm not a big superhero movie fan, but like that's impressive.
Yeah, it's
That's
definitely
impressive.
And it, without
I'm
COVID,
kind of
like,
happy,
what if-
though. Low
Oh,
key,
no,
guys,
I
I'm
want Black
happy
Widow
about that.
so goddamn bad.
I know, but here's the thing: is I've seen every movie in that cinematic universe with you guys.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
You put it on a break for Cody. He's coming back.
Yeah. Like it's just right because if next year goes great, I'm gonna be close to home. You know what I mean? Like I get to come see them again with you guys. So like a year off, that's great because how else would I have been able to see them with you guys? You know
Cody's
what I
like,
mean?
I'm busy this
Yeah.
year. You guys can hold them off.
Hold them off for
Cody
just a year,
called
for
it.
you guys. Just hold on.
Cody spread
Yeah.
coronavirus everywhere.
Okay.
Cody's the culprit.
Cody.
First off, there's flaws to all that. Why would I do that if I could just fly home and see you guys if COVID wasn't happening?
Hey, I don't know, man. I don't know your motives.
There's a flaw in your logic, Wyatt.
Plot hole.
Point it out.
You can tell you're not a Marvel fan with these plot
I'm
holes.
saying
and
it's
sketch
sus.
people.
Wow. This sounds like you're writing a DC film.
All right, guys.
All right.
Peace out.
Yeah, it's been real. Go check out Squad Pod Sports on Twitter and on YouTube. We release a new
Big
episode every Thursday.
Dang.
Big things coming. We had
Big
John on
things.
this last episode, Philly
It was
500.
awesome.
Next episode,
It's so
big
nice
things
having
are
fun.
coming.
Oh, we shamelessly plugging. Tap that.
Check
forget
out
to
Tap
follow
That.
Yeah, check out
I was
Tap
just about to
That.
say, check out Tap That.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Support the
Thanks,
Navy,
Cody,
I
for coming
guess.
by.
Cody.
Yeah, thanks,
Thanks,
Cody.
guys.
Come back
Coming
again.
by,
This one
Cody.
wasn't as funny, but we'll get back to funny ones.
Oh, that's,
We'll
We're
get
a
back
little
to
more
funny
serious than
ones.
this one.
we didn't talk about teleporting this one, so.
And, yeah.
Yeah.
Vernon's like,
That
God,
asshole
no.
yours.
We like
The brown eye.
we like having you, Cody. You're welcome anytime.
Anytime, man.
Anytime.
Oh.
All right, guys.
I gotta come
Peace
to
out.
a Tap That.
Thanks for
Come
watching,
here. Oh,
everybody.
please come to us.
Thanks
Tap
for
that,
watching,
dude.
everyone.
Even virtually. Stay on. Cody. I'm
Yeah,
talking
that'd be
about
kind
this.
of cool.
That would be cool.
Stay on.
Peace out.
See you.
All right.
Yeah.
I got
Hit the
you.
like,
We-
subscribe button. Thanks for
should-
watching.
Yeah, be sure to like,
Bye, everybody.
subscribe, comment, do everything. Check out Mondays. We're going to be streaming probably Among Us, so
Definitely.
check out
Yeah, a
everything.
lot coming.
Tap that subscribe button.
Tap it.
Peace.
We should do a virtual one.